Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing this lovely Friday, Good Friday night?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty well. I'm happy to say. It's been a good week. How's it being back up in the north?
Yeah, way north.
It's been cold. I gotta say, it's I came back to cold weather and wasn't too happy, but listen, I had to come home sometime, and what can I say? What can I do? I had to get back.
How cold?
Home.
How cold is it?
So
you're going to throw Celsius at me, aren't you?
I have to because I don't know Fahrenheit.
Neither do I. Don't know the Celsius. So hold on, just let me pull up a calculator. Okay, so
it's like 10 degrees here.
Oh, that would be like fantastic weather during the winter here, but we're in spring now, so that's a little nippy.
Yeah, but it's Canadian, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, so. You would be. Oh, thank you, Dan. We got a super chat that popped up. Wow, what the heck? I don't know, Dan. I'm in for a crazy ride, from what I understand. But thank you so much. Appreciate that. We're going to be doing a reaction to a reaction. So
awesome. So Sin, how are you doing?
I'm glad it's Friday, but you know, I work 7 days a week, so it doesn't really matter, but I still love Fridays.
Awesome. So yeah, so I guess I've been talking about this for a while. We've been so my good friend HeelVSBabyface did a video about 5 years ago. And, you know, as we've been discussing movies and stuff, I said, let's watch his review of the movie Karen. I gotta say, when I first watched this for the first time, this is when I guess I first found Az from this video, and then finding out he's part of Transformers and everything. But when I watched this video, just watching him lose his stuff and how bad this movie is, and it was a BET movie too. So,
was it?
Yeah. So they had to make this thing. Yeah, I believe it was BET. So they just had to make this movie so bad about how bad white people are and how they just went into this thing. It was just like, and just watch Az, like I said, losing his mind off this was just funny. And I just love how Az breaks this down. And and as I was mentioning, it's almost like the whole Schlurpo on the real BBC with him and Mahler when they just lost it.
So funny.
And they were just laughing. I
haven't seen that yet.
When they were just laughing through this whole thing. So I said, you know what? We have to watch this because it's, like I said, it's just the funniest thing you'll ever see. So I spoke to Az earlier. I said, hey, earlier on this morning, I said, hey, we're gonna do a video. He said, yeah. He goes, mate, do it. Everyone's gonna love this. So, and he said he'll try to watch it on the rewatch show. But yeah,
the next step is for him to review us reviewing him reviewing.
That has to happen. It must happen.
So let me share my screen.
Oh my gosh!
And then
terrible movie.
To the chat, hail the chat, everyone that's here. Donna, Fletcher, I think Dan. So we're gonna pause at times just to discuss some things. But we might be getting some more guests in, and it's just gonna be a funny show. So let me just bring this up and share my screen. And then we will get started. Share.
Oh, man.
Have you seen this, Lex?
I have seen part of his reaction to it. It's a long reaction. To be honest,
I was thinking today, like, how in the world did this movie get greenlit? Like, okay, but here's the thing: it's super popular to, be really racist about white people. If we all haven't noticed, and there have been a few films that have come out this year that have been pretty explicitly like that. But
don't worry, I haven't seen them.
it's you're not missing anything. It's just crazy that it seems like a parody. The clips that I've seen, it's so bad.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how they.
Really bad.
And who would this be? And okay, even for me being black, like this movie wouldn't appeal to me because I don't look at people like this. And it was just such a bad stereotype how they did this movie, and that's why as does the best review that you'll ever see.
I believe you.
We'll get started.
Oh gosh, okay.
Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelVSBabyface. I can't believe this, but on September the 9th of last year, I cryptically did a video stating that I was going to do a discussion on an upcoming...
Oh, and by the way, chat, this video is about 5-6 years old. So,
film called Karen the movie. However, time passed, things happened, and it never came out until today. Because there's no Batwoman for the last couple of weeks, and there's no Naomi for the last couple of weeks because the Communist Olympics. I have decided to bring you my discussion of Karen.
Is that what we call it?
Oh boy. So if you haven't already, just pause the video, go make some popcorn, get yourself a drink, something to make you comfortable, a cushion, because this is going to be a heck of a ride. The movie actually starts off with Black Lives Matter chalked into the ground, but Karen comes along and throws a bucket of water over it and scrubs it out. Now I have to state that this must have been a directorial, bit of no pun intended, bit of color, because judging by how Karen acts in this film, there's no way in hell anyone would get into a neighborhood to be able to scrub this on the ground before, I don't know, she gets a gun out or a racist brother. So that's how it starts off. And then we get this little montage of establishing shots with this really ominous music.
It's like a one-man orchestra.
Really reflect what's going on, because it's a beautiful autumnal day. It's a lovely neighborhood. And then the next thing we see is this young black couple who have just moved into the neighborhood. Sorry. Talking about, oh, look. We've moved into a white neighborhood. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, the way that this movie has been positioned by the trailer, the god-awful trailer, is a young black couple move into suburbia, and this horrible racist white woman who can't see past color harasses and harangues them until breaking point. But this couple are just as racist as Karen is.
Okay.
In actual fact, this couple can't get over race at all. That's all they seem to talk about. So yeah, they're just like, we made it. We made our way into a white neighborhood. As if
it's like
they
the
were
opposite of
expecting a medal
gentrification
or something.
Yeah.
And then we see Karen coming out of a house with her 2 children, her 17-year-old son and her young daughter. And you would have thought, by the fact that they're walking out of the house together, and the fact that she must have been dressed for a while, considering, breakfast and all that sort of stuff, the daughter just suddenly says,
Depends on
"Hey,
the
mum,
household.
do you like what I'm wearing?" And the mum's just like, Karen's just like, "No." Go back inside and change into the clothes that I put on your bed. I mean, I don't know what this is trying to prove, that Karen's a bit of a dick. I don't know, but it's just like, whatever. Okay. So Karen spots the couple.
Oh gosh.
And because they've just moved into the neighborhood, you know, there's curiosity. There's always going to be curiosity. So she kind of stands there. Then she says hello.
I haven't spoken to one of my neighbors in over 15
The black couple
years.
look like this is the first white person
Rarely
they've ever
speak to
seen in
mine,
their
too.
life.
I don't even know who
Which
they are.
really doesn't help their cause. When I say help their cause, I mean, they talk about being discriminated against, but they do just as much discrimination. Get it. So they're sort of like, hi. And then Karen comes over and says hello to them. Anyway, they bugger off.
My great-grandfather used to
I
say that
don't
phrase.
know if this is just me, okay? Because I watched this scene and then I got really confused. Because this woman here, she kind of looks Asian. I don't know if she is Asian, but she comes across and she's just like, "Oh, who are they?" And Karen's like, "Oh, they're new neighbors. They've just moved in." And then she's just like, "Oh, good. The neighborhood needs some diversity." And I'm kind of thinking, wait a minute, aren't you Asian? So
I need the Ryan Kinnell quote of just yelling,
not
"I'm black!"
actually Asian.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the sun that's going directly into there. I don't know what's going on already. Because my eyes are seeing one thing and I'm hearing something else completely. So they talk about the I don't know, there hasn't been diversity here since, I don't know, 1952 or so, I don't know. Oh boy. And then she's just like, "Bye. I'm not actually Asian, but I really look it." Okay. This is what I like to call black corner. Because this is the corner of the house. I don't know whose house. Maybe it's their a grandma's house that they've managed to borrow. But this is the corner of the house that the person who actually owns it said you can put a couple of things, but don't touch the rest of my old person shit.
And chat.
So this house.
let me just pause quickly. Just so in the chat, Az is a good friend of mine. I spoke to him about doing this. He was all down for this. So just letting you know, Az is one of the best.
Woodley Mobile. Young black couple is going to look like an 85-year-old white grandma's house, apart from black corner. Look, I put a poster of a black person in tribal garb, and there's a couple of swords. We must be black, darling. Why, absolutely. We're totally the black. What?
He only like devolves from here.
She talks like nobody ever fucking talks in the world. She's like, "You're my strong, handsome black man." They are referring to color, by the way. They can't never not refer to color, by the way. They are obsessed with fucking color, this couple, by the way.
But it's color with a U.
As you can see for the rest of the house, it's just old. What's this? I don't know. There's a round thing on the wall. Maybe there's an elephant and a leopard, so that's black, isn't it? Oh my god. And all the furniture's like really old and doesn't seem to fit at all. They've got a head. They've got a head of an animal or some shit on there as well.
I don't even see
That
it.
doesn't seem like something these
What
people
he's
would
talking
have.
about.
By these people, before anyone jumps down my throat, I mean young upwardly mobile people. progressive people. Because she doesn't just call him her woke a black man. She calls him her woke, her strong, intelligent, woke black man.
So
she
cringe.
actually?
Gee, boy.
She probably did for this movie. So cringe.
You know, he's like, bend over, I want to fuck you.
Yeah, woke, so hot.
Oh gosh. Okay,
He's trying.
This is
I'm
more
not even
entertaining.
joking either.
I'm so glad I didn't
promise
watch
you,
this
I'm not
movie.
joking. He just goes, bend over. I'm gonna fuck. I'm gonna fuck you in black corner. By the way, they do realize that when somebody opens the front door, it's just gonna smash into black corner. Anyway. Oh no. Right.
Okay.
Oh, they hear a noise outside. What's going on? It must be that white woman. Where are the white women at? And they look out the window, and Karen
She's staring.
is installed. Perfect picture. Karen is installing cameras pointing straight at their house, and they're just like, what? Somebody around here takes personal security very seriously. And then the woman's just like, I thought this had one of the lowest crime rates. This neighborhood had one of the lowest crime rates in the country, or some shit. And I'm just thinking to myself, that might be correct. But you know, it's maybe it has one of the lowest crime rates because people put a lot of video cameras, and so burglars get deterred. But no, it's racism. It's all racism, folks. So, Mr. I don't even know what these people's names are. He's just leaving to go to work, and Karen sneaks up on him. Blah! And by sneaks up on him, I mean she stood at the end of his driveway, and he just didn't pay any attention. And she's like, "Hi, I'm Karen. I'm your neighbor." And he's like, "You take security seriously?" She's just like, "Why? You know, I'm just looking after myself. I'm not rich. We've got no money. If you're casing the joint, are you casing my joint?" And he's just like, "What? Are you being racisms?" And she's like, I'm only having you on. And he's like, I get you. And then she's like, did you read the handbook? Because you should have brought your bin in. Make sure you do it properly next time. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. She's like, it's all right.
Took me a second to realize what he
bitch.
meant when he said bin.
What a racist.
HOAs are proof that people will choose hell.
Yeah. Off your trot, Karen. So we get a look at the city, I guess, in where they live. You know, more establishing shots. Okay, it's fine. I'm so sorry. Karen is dining out with a friend. And her friend says, after drooling over her brother, her tofty friend says, "So, I hear that you've got some new neighbors. Tell me about them." And Karen says, "They're black." And she's like,
Oh my God, I was going to say that as a joke.
Not the blacks.
Oh, Lord. Look at her face. Look at her eyes.
It's always the eyes.
Oh, my God.
I know. And then Karen is like, I know. This is what it's like. This is what it's like. So anywho, there is a young, I don't know, gay black couple in the restaurant. And they're dressed in shirts and ties. They're well dressed, and they're just having a conversation. And they're laughing. They're clearly having a joke between them. And then Karen's just like, you can't laugh. So she goes over to them. She's just like, excuse me. You must be having a good time because I can hear it all the way over there on the table right next to me. And the dude's just like, so what? You know, so? And she's like, well, if you don't quieten down, I'll talk to the manager. And he's just like, yeah, get out. Okay, yeah, whatever. So she goes back and then they laugh again. And that's it. That's it. How dare those black men laugh? How dare they? Because, of course, we live in a society where this happens every day. Black folks sit down at restaurants. White folks get them kicked out for laughing. This happened. This is a scourge on modern day. So Karen goes over to the manager and gets them kicked out, and he starts hitting the window while she drinks wine. Oh my God! The racisms! The racisms! Oh.
This was not healthy for this man.
I can't believe
this is a cry for help.
I cannot believe this scene was written. So the guy
movie was written.
Comes back from work. It's
written
raining, it's
word.
wet, ladies.
True.
And he's smoking a spliff in this car.
A what?
And Karen knocks on the window and he's just like, oh. And she's just like, whoa, you've been partaking in the substances, haven't you? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, does your wife know? And he's like, no. So she's like, you know, for the sake of my children, do you mind in the future, like, doing it like a couple of streets down before you get home? Now, in a bubble, that's absolutely reasonable. So he's like, yeah. And then they get into a conversation, and she's like, so where do you work? And he's like, I work as a community manager in a like a community outreach center. And then she's like, okay. And then what's your wife do?
Hey, you could run for
You're
office.
asking a lot of questions. She's like, I'm just trying to get to know my neighbors, which, you know, again, in a bubble is fair enough. But we know that Karen is a woman who doesn't like to see black people laugh. She gets them kicked out of restaurants. And he says, oh, she's a successful blogger. So Karen says, oh, so she's the breadwinner in the house, huh? Does she wear the pants as well? And he
really?
kind of he's like, hey, I'm proud of what I do. You know, I work with kids who disadvantaged. I work with recovering drug addicts and alcoholics. I'm just like, you're smoking a fucking spliff in a car.
He didn't say he was recovering.
So one of the kids who's got a drug habit, or whoever's got a drug habit, and they're talking to you and they're like, dude, you fucking stink of weed. And it's just like, oh, I guess we don't have to practice what we preach here. Fucking hell. And I just decided to do a little bit of research on my own, because I had a suspicion that the directors and the producers and the researchers didn't actually do a lot of research in this film. So I
you think?
decided to research how much a community manager makes in America. And it's around about $47,000 a year. And then I decided to find out how much a blogger, and I did put successful blogger, makes a year. And the average earnings of a blogger is $37,000. So technically, this guy is the breadwinner of the family, but never mind. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. So he's just like, yeah, cheers, Karen. I'll smoke my spliff so your children don't see and then I'll go and tell some drug addict not to sniff me because I'm going to stink of weed. She's like, cool, that's great. See ya. So he comes back inside. His wife's been a successful blogger because she's got a laptop open. And she said, hey, look, I bought this African-esque looking mask and just stuck it right next to me so it looks like I'm connected. So he's like, hey, darling, what's for dinner? And she's just like, oh, I've been blogging so hard I forgot to cook tea. So it's just like, it's okay, I got an apple. I've got this apple. This is all good. This is fine. I've got an apple. It's an apple. They do this weird thing about the apple for a bit. And she's like, I could order. And he's just like, no, this apple is more than enough. It's all right. It's fine. It's all right. It's fine. And I'm kind of thinking to myself, what are you actually trying to say in this movie? I mean, I know you're trying to say that everyone who's white's a fucking racist because you're a dumb fuck. But I mean, what else are you actually trying to say? Because are you trying to say that black men are useless? Black men aren't as good as black women. They can't provide for them. They have to provide for themselves. I don't know what's trying to be said here apart from this really shit. So anywho, she's like, right, I'm gonna go upstairs for a shower. And then he's like, right, let's go fuck again. So she's like getting undressed and she's undressing him, and then the kid's watching from the other house, and then Karen's just like, what are you doing? And he's like, ugh. So she's like, get downstairs, and then she goes to the mirror window and starts looking in, going, ooh, look at that sexy man, look at that sexy man. Then black woman says, I'm not pregnant, and black man's just like, for fuck's sake, can you just give me a break? He doesn't, but I'm still like thinking that for him. The guy, he's moved here because of his wife. She works from home. He has to travel to his work further now every day. He's clearly stressed because he's smoking fucking weed, and he's meant to be a counselor for people who are recovering drug addicts and alcoholics. He don't get no food cooked for him after a hard day's work, and he can't get his
got an
wife
apple.
off the doff.
Yeah.
It's useless. Poor guy. So she's like,
He got an apple and he got laid.
I didn't do my job as a husband. I didn't do my job as a man. Fucking hell, everyone hates me. Then I hear a noise. They hear a noise outside. So he gets the gun from the side.
Oh gosh.
The side of the bed. And they just go out together in coats, holding each other, wiggling torches everywhere. And then they see that one of the bins has been knocked over. Oh my God. And then you can actually see that a dog is being held back by somebody. And then the dog runs away and they're just like, oh, it were a dog knocked over the bin. It was nothing.
Okay.
And now they're Italian.
And I thought to myself,
they're suddenly Italian.
Didn't the bins just get done yesterday?
Yeah, actually, wasn't that a huge point?
Yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Or are we having these lapses in time that we don't know how much time has gone past? But how come your bin's full up again after it was only emptied yesterday? Never mind. Don't mind it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
And then they realize that
Just go with it.
Karen's cameras are pointing directly at the house. Oh my God!
Wow.
So the woman decides to go around to Karen's house this time. And she says, hi, I'm your new neighbor, and I'm trying to be really condescending. And I just wanted to bring you this pecan pie to say hello, neighbor. And Karen's just like, oh, yeah, that smells so good. That pecan pie smells so good. And then she's just
the
like,
voices really.
Hey, we noticed that your camera was pointing directly at our house. So if you wouldn't mind, do you mind just turning it so it's not looking directly at our house? And she's thinking that she's the bee's knees and that she's got Karen in all of this situation. And then Karen just says, no problem. By the way, do you mind not fucking with your window open so my son can see you? He's only 17.
Also, I have a camera
And she's
pointing at you.
like, oh shit! Sorry, we will put curtains up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
There were curtains up. They
What
just
I'm
didn't
trying to
close
say
them.
is, in a bubble, there was fault on both sides. Okay, there was fault on both sides.
Of course, I am standing
On
in front of a
Karen's
giant
side,
wall of
It was
windows.
racism. on the other side, it was illegal pornography or something. I don't know. So Karen throws the pecan pie in the bin, and she's just like, "Oh my god! Oh my god!" So they put up the curtains. They don't.
Wait, they
close
throw the
them.
pie
But they
away?
don't.
They put
They
the
didn't. Yeah,
curtains
she
holding
threw the
each other
pie away.
again.
Karen did, but look, they
But
keep
this
the curtains
time-
open.
This time, it's not her opportunity to big him up. It's his opportunity to big her up, and he's just like, "I'm so glad that I married a strong, socially aware black queen."
Oh gosh.
I'm just like, you guys are fucking obsessed with color. By the way, why are you standing in front of grandma's bedroom? Look at him. Look at this. Does this look like the kind of furniture that a young couple would? Jeez, man. Fuck. And then Karen's watching them on the cameras.
With his... and smoking.
Oh god.
Cut to the next day.
Mm-mm.
And the kid's playing basketball on the street. The guy who's cleaning his car or some shit doesn't even notice until the ball comes near him. But the whole court's set up literally right next to him. And the kid must have been bouncing the ball. And I guess out of sight, out of mind. So he tries to connect with the young boy. And what is really going on here is homoerotica? No. What's really going on in here is it's not too late for the youth not to be racism. If we can connect with the youth,
Racism.
then maybe society will grow up to not be a racism Karens. And I cried. I
of course-
cried at that hopeful message. Actually, this is all very weird indeed. And if this guy was doing this with me, I'd say, please, sir, do not touch me. I will call the police, and it's not because you're black. You are manhandling me. I'm 17 years old, and I don't know if you're actually trying it on. So anyway, Karen comes out and goes, "Go in home." And she's like, Mr. Neighbor, could you please fill my car with antifreeze? So he starts doing that, and then Karen starts touching him up. So he spills antifreeze all over his top. Sorry, I'm trying so hard to keep a straight face for what's coming next. So Karen says, "Hey, come into my house, take your top off, and I'll stick it to my washing machine." And I'm just like, "You're a fucking idiot if you do." And he's like, "Okay, but I'll just douse it down. Don't put it in the washing machine. Just send me to a bathroom and I'll sort myself out." So she said, "Yeah, just go down to the Confederacy bathroom down there and take a right."
He can't go to his own
He's
house.
like, "Pardon? What?" She says, "Don't worry about it." So he goes down the corridor.
Oh,
He says,
gosh.
"Now, was it the first door on the right or the second door on the right?" And then he's like, "Fuck it. I'm just going to go straight ahead because there's another room here and I'm a nosy fucker." So he walks in and he sees all the cameras that Karen's looking at. And he's just like, "Oh my God, she's a racism." So he goes into the bathroom.
Look at the picture.
Oh my gosh, get out of here.
The bathroom and he
Oh,
keeps
please.
so on. He's just like, "Oh my God."
Asking for a friend, but where can
all
I
this
get one?
stuff.
Yeah,
A plasticine.
she is just not the type of
Confederate
person that
flag
would
on
actually
her
really have something like that
dispenser.
in here, in her
And then he looks
No one
around
is.
bathroom.
and he's just like, "Oh my God, there's Confederate
Oh.
soldiers and Confederate money. They're gonna hang me."
Oh, this
So he
is
runs
so
out of Karen's
terrible.
house going, "Ah!" And Karen's just like,
What is she
the hell's
wearing?
Big deal about?"
Some weird
And then
sweater
we
with
get to the
pearls
house,
on
it's
it.
just like,
I know,
"Darling,
right,
she's
Sashi?
She's
So
spying
terrible.
on us, and B, she's got a Confederate bathroom." And she's like, "How do you know?" He's like, because I was gonna take the top off in the house. And she's like, "What?" No, it's not like that, babe, darling, babe.
Babe, darling, babe.
Oh boy, this film's great.
Oh gosh.
It's that, babe, wait, babe, no.
Oh man. Well, that was definitely entertaining.
Well, we still got part 2.
I know, but I'm just really glad I didn't watch it. It's annoying enough just to hear him summarize
Yeah.
how bad this is. Oh my goodness.
Well,
There's so many contrived moments. Terrible.
Well, it's not only that, it's him trying to just get through how bad this movie is.
At least he can laugh about it.
Well, you know what?
He has to laugh so he doesn't cry. This is so boring.
Yeah. And the fact that they even made this movie.
I know.
You know.
How and why? And like how? I know why, but how was this even?
When was the last time you walked into a washroom and you see Confederate? You know what I mean?
As a very proud Southerner, who, like, literally, I was raised in a house where we did fly a Confederate flag out front when I was like a baby. That was still, but that was normal. But I've never seen.
I've never seen
Confederate themed bathroom.
soap jar and Confederate themed bathroom. That's.
Hey, I watched the Dukes of Hazzard and I love the General Lee.
Yeah, the General Lee.
That flag, the Confederate flag, made that car.
That car was pretty cool looking.
A Confederate themed bathroom.
I know, it's like it's so contrived. It's just.
How did you come up with that? Like, who came up with that? I want to talk to them. I want to find out why they are the way they are.
Yeah, who wrote this trash? So bad. I'll try to avoid anything they ever work on. Not that I've ever seen anything they worked on.
I want to know if
probably.
the rest of what they did is so ridiculous too. Like, I don't know. Did you put a 1930s Germany themed bathroom in one of your other movies? Come on, like, come on.
I need to. Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up.
Hey, chat, just saying hi. Enigma is saying we just had Blazing Saddles back in the theaters. Nice. Butterfly, butter framed in gold. Donna's there.
The sheriff is near.
There. Wayfair. Thanks for everyone joining and hanging out. It's just a chill stream. As I said, whoever wasn't in chat, I spoke to Az about doing this, and Az had a big laugh. So
written by the director. Okay.
It was a BET movie too, right? It was BET.
That's what you had said. I didn't look up that part.
Yeah, I think I
said it was written by the director. Oh gosh.
Okay, I think it was BET. So
the score on IMDb 3.2. That is way too high. But someone gave it a 3 out of 10 because. Okay, yeah, because it was so bad. It was funny. I guess I just can't.
They gave it sympathy points because
why? Right. Oh gosh. Yeah. Coke Daniels is the writer's name. Oh, it's directed by a guy. For some reason I assumed it was a woman that directed this nonsense.
Okay, well, I will start part 2.
Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelVSBabyface. Welcome back to part 2 of my going overs. It's not technically a review, but whatever. Of Karen, the movie, and where we left.
And it's funny how they use the name Karen.
Our intrepid couple of Malik and Imani. Malik had
he learned their names.
He's down his t-shirt because Karen tried it on. And instead of just going to his house, which is right there, take it off, put it into the washing machine, he takes Karen's invitation to come into her house. And then when he's in her house, instead of going to the bathroom where she directs him to, he decides to just go snooping. Not really helping your case, dude. And he goes into the room where all the monitors are, where Karen has been spying on them with her CCTV system. And then he goes into the bathroom, which is just full of pictures of Confederate soldiers. And there's a Confederate flag on the soap dispenser.
I wonder if they had to make that for the film.
And then he runs out. Ah! And Karen's like, wow, what's the problem? What's the problem? So he went home and he spoke to his wife about it. So what they did after they had a talk was they get fake Snoop Dogg around, and he's going to install a CCTV system himself.
Okay.
But instead of being a normal, regular guy, the film just decides to make it even more weird by him. Well, first of all, he doesn't talk to her like a customer, and they don't know each other. He refers to her as Queen because, you know, they're both black and therefore part of the collective already.
Okay.
Because heaven forbid these are individual people.
Is that how it works, Kohlhauser?
And then says,
I
if you
think
want, I
maybe,
can slip
not
my
me.
phone number onto this app for you. And she's like, and then he does the whole looking back thing at a doink and going, And I'm just like,
The heck?
what? And then she's like, I'm married, and flashes off her wedding ring, and then he flashes his wedding ring, and he's like, I'm married too. And that's the end of that scene, and that's the last time we ever see him. Why was that there? Why did you have to overcomplicate a scene of her just getting a CCTV system installed to look back at Karen? Is it? Look, are you trying to say that just all black women are just so desirable, men have to throw themselves at them? I don't know what you're trying to say because you're being fucking dumb. Are you trying to say that Imani is just so irresistible as a woman that men just can't help it? They gotta throw themselves at her. No clue. So we then go to the the local housing association type of thing. I don't know, neighborhood watch. I don't know. And then Karen's just like, yes, I've had a couple of new neighbors move in, and the other people are, oh yes, the black couple. And and then she's like, oh, we need to give them a citation and a fine because he's.
Yeah.
I have a sincere question to the two of you.
Yes.
What is the point so far of the film?
To show how bad white people are, and especially white people named Karen.
But like, cool, but like, I genuinely do not understand. What are you trying to achieve here?
I think what they're trying to achieve, well, this director and whoever, and this writer, the fact that blacks can move into any neighborhood they want, and anyone who basically says otherwise, you're deemed a racist. And they're trying to make that they're trying to make that. See, I live in a white neighborhood. I've never had any issue. So it's like,
how many cameras are aimed at your house right now?
I was going to see how many
none.
women named Karen are in your neighborhood.
None. So
have you ever visited any of your neighbors?
Sorry?
Have you ever visited any of your neighbors?
Oh, I see my neighbors all the time.
Have you seen their bathrooms?
No.
But they're in Canada. They wouldn't have Confederate stuff. Unless they moved from down south.
Yeah. And I think Az is just trying to put why was this movie even made? Where was the sense of this movie being made, and why are they trying? And the focus is making whites as racist as they are. That's how they're trying to make this thing look. Remember, remember how this movie started off with Black Lives Matter encased on the ground.
Right, because this was around the time of all that nonsense that was going on with the riots and everything. Yeah, this was like during the height of all that. So it's like the Summer of Love. So it's like they slapped together this script as fast as they could to tap into this sentiment that was going on.
Yeah.
That was it. I just had a question of like, what are they trying to accomplish here? Because so far, I just could not pick up. What's the story you're trying to tell? Because so far, it's just so
Not
boring.
a good one.
Yeah, and again, I thank Az for watching this. So I didn't.
Yeah, he suffered, so we didn't have to, right?
Exactly. and you know what? And thanks to him, Gary, right, everybody in our sphere who watches these movies, Drinker, you know, I don't want to watch this garbage.
Nope.
Smoking the weeds. And then they have this whole awkward, and I think it's meant to be awkward, but it's just dumb conversation amongst each other where Karen refers to them as these people because Karen's a racist. So then then they're all coming down on Karen for using these people. That's fine.
I think back then they had to use
and
that
then
way
one
of,
person,
so they wouldn't get
then
YouTube
this woman
censored.
here calls them the black couple, and then another woman, I think the Asian woman, is like, they're not black, they are African American. And I'm like, no, they're black. Because they're trying so desperately hard to use the correct terminology and yada yada yada, and it's just an overly long, embarrassing meeting where Karen doesn't get to find them. So Imani is jogging, and then she gets home, and then immediately Karen's behind her because it makes no sense how Karen appears, by the way. This is not a supernatural film. And Imani is literally running from the entranceway of the cul-de-sac or wherever that she lives to her house right by her car. So even if she stops and she's not looking behind her, Karen's house is in that direction, by the way. And she's like, getting a breath back because she's just been jogging. Peripherally, she would see Karen coming out of her house. But they've got to have a moment which doesn't jump scare anyone. And you know me, I'm a sucker for a manly war cry. So the jump scares, or alleged jump scares, I don't know what they even are, don't work one bit. Anyway.
I don't know if that picture showed up on my screen. I'd probably
Karen's just like, wow, you look great. You look amazing. Hey, we got off on the wrong foot. I wanna correct that. Hi, my name's Karen. How you doing? And then Imani's just like, hi, I'm Imani. That's a lovely name. What type of name is that? It's Swahili. It's Swahili. It's Swahili. Says Karen, because Karen doesn't understand what she means by Swahili, or hasn't ever heard the word Swahili, so she can't just say Swahili.
Of course not.
Isn't difficult to say.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, let's be friends. And Imani's like, well, look, I gotta go because I got a housewarming to plan for Saturday. And Karen's like, I didn't get an invite. She's like, it's just close, intimate friends. It's just black people. And I stress that because, look, there's no doubt, Karen is racist. There's no doubt about that, okay? Never justifying any of Karen's actions whatsoever. But the couple that she's being racist to are so insular themselves. And later on, they will talk about, they will be racist themselves. They will talk about, why did we let a white person into our lives? Why do we even go to a white neighborhood? And it was just like, when you're saying stuff like that as the alleged victims, it's like, so you don't even want to make any effort outside of your own bubble either. But because Karen's being way clumsier with it, it's okay, whatever. So eventually Karen talks Imani into letting her come to this party on Saturday. So here we are at the party.
Oh boy.
And he just so happens, Malik just so happens to be friends with the guy that got kicked out of the restaurant.
Oh, how crazy.
That's who I thought those were, and that's so funny.
I don't know if you do remember, but they also mention it later again. Remember how they said that this is a non-diverse community. This is just a white community. And so this family, Malik and Imani, coming into this family are adding some much needed diversity to the progressives. Anyway. There seems to be a lot of black people in the community, as we'll discover, not just now, but later on. So I'm confused. Anywho, you know, you're never gonna
a broken man.
You're never gonna guess in a million years what the topics of conversation are at this party amongst the guests.
Go ahead, vote now on your phones.
What's that?
I think I know. It's about white people.
Victimization of black people.
Oh yeah,
shit!
okay.
How on earth did you guess that? I was listening to Young Ripper, his podcast the other day, and he was talking about
shout out Eric July.
So many great stories of black people which just haven't been told. Great mythologies that haven't been told that could be told. And I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, because Hollywood is obsessed with two things when it comes to black people: victimization, racism, and slavery. That's it. That seems to be the only stories that you tell with black people.
Yeah,
in Hollywood.
It's really
Very
lame.
True.
So pathetic
No other.
too.
I mean, are these guys talking about the football? Are they talking about the basketball or the rounders? You know, oh, how are them Cubs doing this year? Well, those socks of red were giving them a good licking.
The socks of red.
No, it's
that's what I sound like when I try and talk about sports.
Racial. Bloody hell. So Karen turns up with a fruitcake because she's a fruitcake. Get it? But.
Okay.
Do they throw that in the trash
she comes
too?
inside and that guy's like, fuck, that's the Karen that got me kicked out of the restaurant. What's she called? And he goes, Karen. He's like, yes, the Karen. What's she called? He's like, no, she's called a Karen. The Karen's called Karen? Wow, that's like the third time we've used this joke in this film, and it's still not funny. Oh boy, what's she doing here? What the white woman doing here? So Karen, you know, as ever, doesn't help herself. Imani's actually in a very nice dress, very nice black dress. Hey, what game are they playing? Blackjack.
Oh gosh.
I think they are actually, because they've only got 2 cards. Oh no!
Well, at least he can laugh about it.
Also, what is that dude on the right wearing?
They set this scene up, couldn't you?
On the guy on the right.
Okay,
the one
so we're gonna have a
sitting or the
party
one
with Imani and Malik.
Yeah, the one
we
sitting
want
who's like got
some of the guests to be around a card
those like
table
peach
playing,
ring candy
with
designed shirt
something.
going on there.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
know.
can't
What
tell. Looks
popular?
like he's got
Texas
tassels
Hold'em.
on
Everyone
his
loves Texas
elbows.
Hold'em poker. Excuse me. This is a film about racism, okay? If they're gonna play a card game, it's gonna be looks at the camera. Blackjack.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Could be pontoon. So yeah, Imani's got this lovely black dress on. It's very sexy wexy. She's a pretty woman. And then Karen, of course, is just like, oh, it's a nice dress, you know, nice and provocative. Not my thing, but if that's what you're into. And then she says, oh, here you are slaving away in the kitchen.
Oh god. Okay.
Because she's black and a slave.
Oh, is that
And
why?
I'm thinking to myself, Okay, I know what you're trying to do with that, which is exactly what I've just said. Slave, black. But the thing is, slaving away is a popular term, regardless. It's got nothing to do with color. My mum, if she's cooking, you know, slaving away in the kitchen. Does my mum mean that in any way, shape, or form to refer to race or racism? No, because she's working hard in the kitchen. Now me, you won't catch me slaving away in the kitchen. That women work.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh boy, this is gonna probably be a long video, just FYI. So of course Imani gives her weird looks. And then she goes to sit down with the rest of the guests. And that's and the topic of conversation is just black people victimization. That's it. And I'm just like, this doesn't feel in any way, shape, or form natural. I mean, it feels natural if all the people are absolutely mental and they are so consumed with race and racial identity that is all they would talk to. And I would hate to have anything to do with people like that, regardless of their color, FYI. But that's all this conversation is about. This guy here says we were stolen from Africa 400 and something years ago, and we've been imprisoned in America ever since. And I'm like,
the dude in a bow tie with an earring.
If you've done your actual history, you'd know that a lot of slaves are actually sold by black warlords. Okay, never mind.
That's very often forgotten.
You're not a prisoner in America. And if that's how you feel, if you feel that you're a prisoner, I mean, look, you're well dressed. You were at a nice restaurant the other day. Admittedly, Karen got you kicked out for giggling. But it doesn't seem like you're hurting for a couple of bob, or the way that you were laughing away. It doesn't seem that your life is in any way, shape, or form one of perpetual misery. So I'm really kind of confused as to why you kind of try and paint these people who all look successful enough. Sure, it's superficial, but we're talking about a couple in this beautiful, huge house that they've just bought. This couple in their 30s. And one of them just fucking talks on the internet for a living like me. I'm not a blogger. And then the other one is part of a community outreach center where he helps druggies by smoking weed in front of them. So this whole conversation and dynamic feels so stupid. Now, obviously, Karen is saying dumb shit as well. If you don't like it, piss off back to Africa and stuff like that, which is bullshit. But everyone, and again, I am not in any way, shape, or form defending Karen, okay? Because she's horrible. But all of the guests at the party just look at her like shit from the start. Because she's white. So they're not helping them, they're not helping their own cause here. And it's very difficult for somebody who's watching.
Steadily starting to feel ironically racist in the opposite direction.
And if you're the filmmaker, I would assume, and I know you shouldn't assume because it makes an ass out of you and me.
Yeah, but it's like it's compounding.
The people that you really want to speak to are people outside of the black community. Hey, understand what we as black people, because we're a collective, go through because we're not individuals. I'm just trying to get into the mind of the person. I'm not saying that they're right with what they're saying, but that's what I think their attitude is. Technically should be. Is come on, see what these lovely black people who aren't lovely at all have to go through. So that's where the film really fucks up and really just doesn't help itself.
Nobody's coming out of this looking like the good guy.
So Karen gets kicked out when she says, go back to Africa then. Karen, you are out of line. Yeah, she is out of line. There you go. Look, that's a lovely dress. That is a lovely dress. So, okay.
I mean, I wouldn't wear it.
Okay. Get ready for one of the craziest conversations in history now between
But I'm glad
Malik
you
and
wouldn't,
Imani.
Lex. I don't think it looks
So the party's over and they're having an argument.
Ow.
And they're having an argument because Imani says, we can't bring a kid into this world. We can't bring a kid into this world. Number one, because of racism. And I'm not even joking. We can't bring a kid into this world because of racism.
Okay.
Fucking hell. And number two, we can't bring a kid into this world because financially, we can't afford them. We've got a mortgage now. And I'm like, have you seen the fucking size of your house?
Mm-hmm.
It's huge. Absolutely ginormous. Two people do not need a house this size. Now then, if
I
you
like
are
the term
a couple,
ginormous.
and you're like, hey, we work hard, we make some money, and we want some of the finer things in life. We don't want to scrimp and save. You know, we don't want to live in a dump. We want to live somewhere nice. We want to experience the niceties, the pleasures in life. That's fine. But this house is fucking-enormous.
There it is
And
again.
if you can afford a house, then you can afford a baby on top. And if you can't afford the baby because of the house, then you chose the wrong house to buy.
Right. Yeah.
And I would have thought, considering you both try and pretend that you're intelligent people, you would have worked out your fucking finances before you bought the fucking house.
This is because the writers don't understand how that works. Like,
the writer, the one writer. No, he
My
doesn't.
apologies.
Clearly.
Because the next scene's going to be stupid.
Ugh.
So Malik is
that narrows it down.
out and he's walking around the neighborhood
Right.
smoking a spliff.
Like all the others were.
He wants to make sure he gets nice and aromaed up for the next day that he's talking to to drug addicts in his community center. And he's walking around the pavement in a circle. And this is Karen's house. This is Karen's house. Karen's
of course she has a minivan.
Karen's house.
Mhm.
He's walking past Karen's house. Now, if you look carefully, you can just see the top of Karen's head.
Oh.
And he
She's out
walks
there
past, and
in the
Karen's just like, "Hey, big boy," and she's leaning on the side of a cruiser, whatever, smoking a ciggy. And he's like, "Karen, you can't just sneak up on people like this. It's her fucking house,
It's her.
dickhead.
Yeah.
You're walking past it."
Jeez.
This is a man in pain. Look at him.
Look at him.
The writing is so bad.
You may have guessed that I don't have a lot of sympathy for pretty much anyone in this film at all.
Because there's no protagonist.
All either dickheads or
No.
horrible people.
Well, the husband and wife are
they have a
supposed
little
to
bit
be.
of a conversation, and Malik's
There's
just
no
like,
relatable
"Karen,
protagonist.
you
No.
should not have said what you said. And she's like, I got pissed off. So the next day, Karen comes out, sees that they've put their bins out. This fucking bin business just won't go away. She's like, bin day's tomorrow. So she kicks their bin over and then runs away back into the house. And then Imani comes out. This is the craziest fucking... So Imani comes out and she's like, ugh. Now, first of all, I would just like to get rid of myself momentarily. how in the blue fuck did your bin get in this condition?
Yeah, I noticed it before he even removed himself.
Smearing shit on it.
It looks like it.
What the fuck? Secondly, by the way, I love the way they use disposable plates for their party. That's cool. That's cool. Secondly,
I do that.
Why are all your bin bags open? Why are they all open? You just fill a bin bag and then just put it open into the bin? You take the bin bag out, you tie it, so nothing can fall out. Then you put it into the fucking bin. Do you know why? In case the bin falls over.
Even I have taken out the trash before.
But that's... I know, I'm getting fucking stressed over bins, wheelie bins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wheelie bins.
But that's not the weird thing. Holy Jesus titty fuck.
Oh?
The daughter, Karen's daughter, comes out of the house.
Oh, gosh.
And she's like, hi. And she's like, hey. She's like, what's your name? And I don't know, Susan, Sarah, I don't know, something like that. Tammy. Some stripper name for a 12-year-old girl. Not good. It's like, I'm Sarah, whatever. And she's like, hi, I'm Imani. And she's like, oh, that, well, she says, I'm Sarah. And she goes, that's a pretty name. She goes, and he says, what's your name? She's like, I'm Imani. He says, oh, that's a pretty name. She's like, thank you. And then, because the little girl's a lovely little girl, and both kids have come across as like nice kids. You know, the 17-year-old son and the young daughter, they've both come across as nice kids. We'll get to this later on in the video. And she says, the little girl says, do you want me to help? Imani is meant to be a responsible adult. Okay? Now, first and foremost, if a kid, let's say my bin got knocked over and like a bunch of plates and food and smeg came out, and a kid came along and just went, oh, hey, neighbor.
Ew.
Hey, do you want me to help you pick it up? I'll go, oh, thank you so much for the offer. I don't want you to get crap on your hands and whatnot. So thank you, but no, you know, leave it to me. I'll clean up. Because that's what a responsible adult would do. They don't want to get some kid covered in shit. But not only does Imani say, oh, yeah, sure, you can help. She then says, oh, but be careful. There's a shitload of broken glass everywhere.
Hmm.
You have just accepted the help of a 12-year-old girl, 10-year-old actually. I think she's 10, not 12. 10-year-old girl to pick up your crap, which has got broken glass everywhere. Are you fucking mad? Let's just go back to the situation I said before. I wouldn't even let the kid pick up the crap and get food and crap on them. Never mind if there was broken glass everywhere. Hey, Mr. Neighbor, do you want me to give you a hand? Whoa, stay there, stay there. There is broken glass everywhere. Be very careful. I don't want you anywhere close. I don't want you cutting yourself or getting it in your shoes and maybe, you know, just, you know, thank you so much. But just, yeah, I'll sort it. I'll sort it. Oh, no, not fucking...
The logical
selfish
thing to do.
Imani here. Oh, yeah, get on your hands and knees, bitch, and pick up my broken glass.
No one's
Oh, God, this
logical
should have
in
been
this
3
movie.
parts. This should have been 3 parts.
Look at his face.
So,
He's
I
hurting.
know.
the little
I
girl
know.
decides to open up to
What a
Imani.
still to
She's
pick.
like,
Look at those
I've
expressions.
got a boyfriend. And Imani's like, oh, that's
still
nice.
open.
Oh, and then she says something about her mum, and she's just like, my mum doesn't like black people. And Imani says, well, I'm black.
Oh, Really?
I'm thinking to myself, Imani, okay. Do you really think, from what's happened so far, you and Karen like each other? Huh? No. So the little girl says, I know. She doesn't like you. And Imani looks there as if she's shocked. I'm thinking to myself, why? Why would you even think Karen likes you?
You kicked her out of your house.
All you've done is butt heads. All you've done is have this racial charged conversations. She's been racisms to you. You think you're
I love that
upset
word.
She doesn't like you. And then little girl says, "Here, I got a 10-year-old. I got a boyfriend. We don't kiss or anything." And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, thank God. 10. She's like, we just like hang out and play on the swings together and stuff. And he's called Toby or something, and he's black. And I'm just like, okay, what were we meant to get out of this?
Wow.
I have no idea. That you're okay, all right.
That's been my question the whole film.
You know, she doesn't want to tell her mum that she's got a boyfriend because he's black and she doesn't like black people. But you're 10 years. Oh, whatever. Fucking hell. Children of the future. Anyway, Karen comes out and goes, "Get back inside." And Imani's just like, "How dare you stop your daughter from picking up my broken glass?" Well, she doesn't say that, but you get the gist. And then Karen's just like, "I don't want to talk and I'm hanging out with you. I don't want you anywhere near me. Move out the neighborhood."
The guy in the middle's expression.
I'm going to get myself in a little bit of trouble now.
Pretty good.
These three lads. I was going to say these three boys because they're young looking.
Nope. Don't you dare.
But I did a Lord of the Rings stream yesterday. And they had these influencers and they called them super fans. And they ended up calling them boy.
Oh my God, is that how old this is?
Because they were just the whole fucking infantile nature of it. And when I
Like
went
5,
boy,
6 years.
I thought to myself, oh God.
It's like the beginning of Rings of Power.
I'm in trouble now. So these three chaps, I'm old. Everyone's young to me now. Now, I'm going to get myself into a little bit of trouble here, I think, because this is the angle. This is the angle that it shows for the most part. Okay. Now, obviously, these this guy in the middle and this guy then here are clearly black. Okay, but this guy looks white. But I don't think the film was classing him as white.
He could be Latino.
Classing?
But never mind. So,
is black a class now?
I stress this is because this is.
I think maybe he means classification.
With Karen.
Yeah.
And then you think to yourself, but if he's white and it's against everyone, then it doesn't come across as a racial thing because she's still involving the white guy that's in it. Anyway, these young gentlefolk
That's no better.
home. And Karen's just like, "Oh, do you live around here? I want to see some ID." And they're just like, "Fuck off." "Yes, we live around here," and piss off. So she's just like, oh, don't you get mad at me, Saki with me. So she phones up her racist brother, the policeman.
Oh, of course.
Her hoity-toity friend.
Of course, her brother's a cop.
To shit. Where the fuck did that come from, ass? She wanted to shag and not to shit on. Shit on me! And then we see it from the boys. No, do it again. The young men, the young gentlefolk start to record her, and she's like saying stupid things like they're looking very suspicious, and they're like, "What?
Suspicious?"
She's like getting her words wrong because she's all mad and And she's like, they're all, you know, they're casing the joints, they're casing the neighborhood, and
The joints, you say?
the young man who's in the middle says, do you know who my dad is? And she's like, no. And he says, well, you carry on the way that you're carrying on and you'll find out who my dad is. So she takes that as a threat. So she starts saying, I'm really scared now. Cut to nighttime. The 5-0 are here.
What do you mean
and
you
they're
cut to nighttime?
The young men. They're arresting the young men. Imani turns up. Why? Don't know. I mean, legitimate. I'm legitimate. Why? I don't know. I mean, that can't be her driveway because if that was her driveway, she's looking at her house, and this is all happening at her house. And if you saw behind, there was like parklands and little wooden bridges leading into woods that led to houses. So why is Imani here? Don't know. Plot needed it to happen, as the drinker would say. Don't know.
Yeah.
So Imani starts recording the lads, we'll call them lads. The lads getting arrested. And then Imani goes home and starts crying. She's just like, I can't handle the racisms here. I can't handle the racisms here. Oh, by the way, she's arrested by Karen's boobs. Karen's racist brother. So she's home. She's home in her old people's lounge.
Old people's
where
lounge.
she can't afford a baby, but her table's probably worth $7,000.
Mm-hmm.
I like the furniture in this room, but I have no idea what's going on with that picture in the background.
Never mind that beautiful Welsh dresser / cabinet. It's not a Welsh dresser, it's a cabinet. That beautiful cabinet behind her.
Oh, it looks like a lovely room.
Full of that phenomenal bone china and this exquisite chandelier.
Oof.
No wonder they're eating fucking spaghetti.
And they can't afford children.
Right. That was the point he was making, too.
No wonder they're eating Heinz fucking spaghetti and a loaf of bread and an African woman with 2 fucking lightsabers. You can't afford anything else. We dumped all our money in furniture and Persian rugs. I can't have a baby. I'm broke. My Bel Air mansion just can't handle it. So she's like, we gotta leave. I cannot live in a place like this with all the racisms. And I don't think it's at this time.
I'm going to steal that word
Malik
now.
says, why did you even let a white woman into our lives? Why did you even let us move into a white neighborhood, for God's sake? Oh, so Karen is, what are you doing, Karen? I can't remember. I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, Karen's talking to a brother, and they're talking about how massive racists,
whatever actress plays her character, I want to know
on for fucking
why
ever.
She agreed to do it.
I feel like I've seen her
next,
before.
I don't.
Neighborhood watch meeting. And they say, Karen, we got some bad news. Unfortunately, you're fired. And she's like, what? Why?
Do you know how much I sacrificed?
And it's because the one of the lads who was arrested, their father was head of, I don't know, black racial community justice.
Gosh.
Like as a category?
You know, because of this fucking film. Why not? And they were gonna sue. They're gonna sue not just the police force for arresting the kids, but they're gonna sue the housing, these people as well. These people, and I mean the housing association.
HOAs are hell.
Crackers anyway, apart from whatever. So she's just like, what? So she Karen has an epiphyt. So I think this is is this the third lad?
Oh, is that Hoodie Boy?
White.
Yeah.
Who does look white and still looks white, but they're having this they're talking. This is the dude, or this is the lawyer who's working on behalf, saying we're gonna sue because you're being the racisms towards the black people. And then they show Imani's camera footage of them getting arrested, and Karen's watching on the news, and Karen's getting drunk, and then she throws up. Malik and his friend talk about being black. So Malik is driving home, and Karen's brother pulls him over, and he's just like, "Get out the car, boy!" He does the boy thing. But he did it in a way that was meant. Okay, forget it. So he plants some drugs on him because. Okay, this is the bit where it's okay. It's not it's not right to plant the drugs to frame the guy because he's black. No, that's a racism. That's a racism. The thing is, and Imani brings this up in the next scene, so I'm not trying to be that guy. But the thing is, he's been caught 3 times smoking weed in the neighborhood. And smoking weed in the neighborhood after saying that he wouldn't smoke it in the neighborhood because kids, like a 10-year-old girl and a 17-year-old boy, could potentially see and smell him smoking weed. And he was walking right past their house. So I'm not saying it's right. It's not right. But Malik didn't do himself any favors, and Imani says exactly the same thing. You brought this on yourself because you got caught smoking weed all the time. So
drug recovery therapist.
The racist cop's partner's like, stop being a racist, and he's like, fuck off. And then Malik starts getting really pissed off because they can't tell him why they're charging him, and then of course they plant the drugs. And then when they book him into the police station, his partner's just like, "You're a racist," and he's just go, "I'm gonna kill you if you tell people I'm a racist," and he's just like, "Fuck you, you racist." So he gets picked up from the police station.
What are they looking
by Imani, who says exactly what I just said. You brought this on yourself. You made yourself a target by smoking weed all the time, and Karen obviously catching you smoking the weed. You gotta be careful. You gotta don't do dumb shit. So Imani, who's the blogger, now starts recording a message to people who I don't know who. I've no freaking idea who she's talking to.
Have they ever established who her audience is?
Her phone.
Or like what type of blog she has?
She goes outside and Karen is sat on her car.
I can't remember.
And Karen's just like, "Oh."
I don't think he ever said what type of blog she has.
I used to live in a very poor neighborhood, and there was a huge crack epidemic, and I had a hard life. You need to leave the neighborhood because you're black. And Imani, who wants to leave the neighborhood, says, "No, I'm now not going to leave the neighborhood." This is great makeup. That is great makeup for a black eye.
I noticed it in the other picture.
And then Malik comes home, and and Imani's like, "We ain't moving anywhere." So Karen calls up her racist brother and says, "I'm gonna take her out. You take him out, because now we're just gone crazy." They go to the yellow pages and they look up the blackest lawyer in the neighborhood.
And
I
guess that's his black corner.
Look at that! Yes,
some pictures of some African
because,
ideology and
all of them have that sort of around. Okay.
And black people. So they say, "Yeah, we'll take that guy." So they say, "We want to sue the police for
Find me the blackest lawyer you have."
It's quite difficult to do.
Oof.
Now, this is where things get a little...
It's just...
weird.
It would be so much worse if I actually had to watch it.
Yes.
I wouldn't do it.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't either. That's why I never did.
The show, I think, wants to the film wants to show off Karen as more unstable and therefore more dangerous. But what they actually do is they kind of invalidate a lot of her racisms. Because the lawyer, when they say, oh, the person who's pissing me off is Karen, and he's like, Karen, is that the woman who got my son, or whatever? In the head of the committee of the racism committee, man of the social justices. So he gets this file out, and he's like, this is Karen's husband, who was a policeman, who was killed. He was killed. Oh,
that's right. It never showed her having a husband.
By a black, they say by a black vigilante.
Vigilante.
Now, here's his record: action, dismissal of Karen Drexler as the former educator of this establishment. So this is Karen. Now, Karen got Karen got fired from her job as an elementary school teacher after her husband had died by saying some racist remarks. Now, prior to that, they don't mention anything about racism at all. So was the fact, this is the question that has now been posed. Again, I am not in any way, shape, or form defending Karen. But are they trying to say Karen turned into a racist because her husband was killed by a black vigilante? And that's what, clearly made her go deranged. It clearly affected her mentally. She essentially had a mental breakdown. And she just blamed it on all black people. So you're sort of like, you're kind of giving Karen a little bit of an excuse for her behavior. And yeah. And then, like, the husband, they show off, like, picture of the husband being buried with a huge entourage of cops. And you say here, we mourn the loss of our dear friend, and I can't read what that's. Amazing, maybe?
Amazing
policeman.
Kerry Drexler. But we will not stop until this vigilante is brought to justice. We will not rest until the death of our brother is avenged, said the chief of police, I imagine, at a press conference on Monday morning. So it kind of appears that this was a stand-up guy, because they don't give any hints or anything that he was involved in anything untoward. So I'm just like, oh, you're kind of not helping yourselves here. You're really not helping yourselves. But I think the plan was to just make her feel or seem more mentally unstable and therefore dangerous. But I don't know. Whatever. I spent way too long on that scene. So, anywho, the police, the police turn up at their house again, their house being Malik's and Imani's, with a search warrant, and then they find a gun in the house, and Malik's arrested.
That black guy.
And I'm thinking to myself, why? Why is he arrested for having a gun? We saw he had a gun. As long as he's got the necessary paperwork, he's allowed to be a gun owner. Is he not? Is this your gun? Yes. The paperwork is in that cupboard over there.
And they have some nice cupboards.
I'm just really confused now. I'm just really confused. So Imani starts doing the crying. She phones up the lawyer and says, have you got any more African artifacts in your office? He says, yep, shitloads. So Imani's wanting to head off to see Malik, but then Karen turns up at her house with a gun the size of her head.
Oh, it's a big gun. Well, she's holding it properly.
Pulled the trigger on this weapon. By the way,
look at
this
that
gun safety.
finger discipline.
She's got a finger on the trigger.
Yeah, that's
if
how you're
Karen was
supposed
to
do
pull
it.
that trigger, she would go
ready to
fucking
shoot.
flying a mile away. That's a hand cannon. That's Dirty Harry shit right there. So she's running around shooting at Imani. Imani kicks the shit out of her. Then Karen gets the gun back and shoots, and Imani's like, shit, don't shoot me. Then she shoots Imani. And that would blow her fucking arm right off, but it doesn't. And there's no kick from the gun. And then the brother comes into the house and he's just like, oh, we need to cover this up. We can't have any more police shootings. So I'll say she attacked me and then you shot her. And then his, the cop who's not dirty, he's white, by the way, just FYI. It's just like, fuck you, you racisms. This is bullshit. And then he shoots and kills the other policeman, the racist brother. And then he's shot at the same time, but it hits his body armor. He shoots the guy in the head. And then Karen's just like, you should have left alone. And then Karen gets shot by Imani with Karen's brother's police gun. And then there's just a bunch of black people with one of them playing a fucking trumpet. Talking about Black Lives Matter.
Oh
what?
My gosh.
And the hilarious thing is,
look at this picture.
Instead of just giving a speech about, we gotta build bridges. We gotta stop fighting each other. We gotta. What he goes is, we're suing the shit out of the police, and honestly, it's not just for money. I mean, we're gonna get a shit load of money. But it's not about the money. This is about the the kids and shit. I don't know, some fucking thing like that. But we're gonna get a lot of money. Woo!
He's losing it. He's held it together surprisingly well.
Can you pause this?
Just to finish it all off.
Oh, he's almost done. So this looks like this takes place in Georgia, because it looks like Georgia.
Yeah, GA.
And Enigma's saying, so in Georgia, you don't need a permit to be concealed carry. So that they wrote in the storyline that they took him away, they arrested him because he has a gun. I mean, either the writer had no clue about Georgia's laws, or he doesn't have a clue about a lot of things, obviously, or he would just obviously very clunkily wrote that scene to show how racist these cops were in arresting him because he had a gun.
Yeah.
Did he even realize? I don't know why I'm trying to analyze this movie.
And that's what I see. And this is why it's great that Az is doing this for us.
Yeah.
Because he's pointing out how all this broke down, and then why there's a whole bunch of black people on stage with one of them playing a trumpet.
And a trumpet, I know, right? Like, what is that about? Why even?
So
what's up with the army top?
I don't know.
The camouflage jacket?
Yeah. It says U.S. Army on it. I'm like, is that a reference to him actually having... Yeah.
I don't know. He's
with a hoodie underneath it, by the way.
He's not in uniform.
All right, let's finish
whatever.
this up.
The credits turn into some fucking sexy woman doing the dancing.
That's how the movie ends.
Oh, gosh.
What the fuck did I just watch? I recommend this movie to everybody. This is a 10 out of 10. This is one of the greatest comedies since Airplane and the Naked Gun trilogy. So I thoroughly recommend everyone go out and watch Karen the movie. It's the most fun, the biggest laugh you will have in a long, long time. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming links. They're in the description box down below, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.
Again, shout out Eric July.
Oh my gosh.
So, yes, I know it was bad. I know I recommended it, but it was just one of those. It was one of those things where I said, you know what? And you figure when this movie came out, and just pointing out how bad things are out there with, and I think that they talked about this on FNT today. They talked about how what Hollywood is basically doing with activism and just pointing out what they're trying to achieve here. And this is why everything is failing. Because you got a movie like Project Hail Mary, everyone's pissed off with the Mario movie because there's actually, there's a part there they were mentioning how there's like a heterosexual relationship. So they're actually talking about, they're not using this this woke DEI stuff anymore, and this is why a lot of these movies are failing. And Hail Mary's is still has legs. It's gonna break through. You got Mortal Kombat coming out. There's just so much trash out there right now, and this is why I don't like picking bad movies. But this was one I was just like, you know what? It's just worth a watch, and glad that ads did it because you can see how hurting he was.
He was. I mean, he at least he laughed his way through it.
Yeah.
Laugh so you don't cry.
I know, right? Oh, I would have been so annoyed if I watched it. I would have never watched it. Oh my gosh, Lex, your name. I just noticed. When did you do that?
Oh, like a minute ago, but
oh, okay.
But you know what's funny too? You would think, especially with Karen's would be on the same side with that black couple.
Yes.
I guess I don't know.
Yes.
I think they come in brands and like categories. I think there's more than one type of category. Type of Karen.
That's true. Most of the Karens I've seen in videos of Karens have been leftists.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. With that helmet style haircut. It's a stereotype. But this whole movie was nothing but stereotypes. But the thing that I find fascinating about it is that they didn't just like stereotype the evil white people. They stereotyped all the black people in the movie too.
Yes.
And it made everyone just come off as a caricature. Like there was no authentic character in anything that he just described. All of it was just like this fake. It's like an idea more than a person. And obviously they had to make this movie thinking somebody's the good guy, somebody's the bad guy, but I hate everyone in this movie. Like there's none of it. I don't want anything to do with any of these people.
But as I was just trying to point out too, they made this movie to the point where, if you're like when I moved into my neighborhood, when I was down in Florida, it's just like everyone's looking at you, because it's just the rationale of making this movie and how, I'm like, guys, it's just so confusing how they just made it pinpoint. You can't move into this neighborhood.
Well, yeah, it was so like on the nose with its messaging. A story can get across a message without being clunky and so obnoxiously blunt about it. Because not all messaging in stories or movies has to be a bad thing. But the problem is a lot of writers today, they're not really writers so much as they are activists. And so that really degrades the quality of any writing that they put out. And you see that. Now, granted, there are a lot of very well-written stories to be found. It's just they don't get the attention that a lot of, like, because this is infecting a lot of the big sort of films, blockbustery types, it seeped its way into Star Wars and into the MCU and the DC movies and stuff like that. So it's getting noticed in those franchises.
You know what's funny? I'm just reading here. So it got awards for the Raspberry. Nominated for Worst Picture, Worst Director, Worst Actress.
That's good, at least.
Worst Screenplay, Worst Prequel, Remake, Ripoff, or Sequel.
What was it? What was it? Any of that too?
Cruella.
It's got the scores that it has are like anything above a 0 is way too high. Jim, yes, I have heard that. That's actually been news for a couple years, but my son did show me a picture of something that flashed across his social media. So I don't know why it's popping up again unless there's been some movement on it since then. I need to ask the author because I don't know anything about it beyond the conversation I had with him last year at Lit RPG Con. Okay, sorry, Cole.
No, that's okay. And then in the Chicago Sun-Times, Richard Roper called Karen a poorly executed tale of hateful racist, arguing that it contains no valuable insight or social commentary, and simply plays like a greatest hits of horrific racist, hateful behavior.
Yeah,
across the board.
Yeah, there was nothing constructive about it. It was just nothing. It was messaging. I mean, that's all it was. It was just agenda, narrative tapping into the sentiments of what was going on in 2020. Yeah,
and this thing was actually in theaters.
Was it really?
How did it do in theaters?
Oh, I didn't know it was in. I thought. Why did I think it was just you?
Well, it says right here.
I thought it was just a TV movie.
The film was subsequently released both theoretically and on demand on September 3rd, 2021.
Oh, 2021. So it came out a year after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that makes sense because
they had to have time, I guess, to write it.
The 2020 was kind of like that, the peak of all that.
Yeah, that was
vibe, and
terrible
so
year.
It takes time to make
stuff. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's why for so many years now we've had so many movies that feel like, oh wow, is this 2020 calling? Because it's bad. It's like, yeah, it takes time to make stuff. So yeah,
it does. But the quality of this is so bad. I bet they filmed this in like 2 weeks or something.
I really want to believe it took them a lot longer than that.
I doubt it.
Just because
not much longer.
It just feels like they really thought they were making something important, and so we have to be very careful with this. And then you just sit there and watch it and go, "Oh, I'd rather shoot myself."
Yeah,
So it only made $12,000 worldwide.
Oh,
are you serious?
Then it made anything.
Yeah, and
12,000.
Yeah, it said grossing only approximately $12,146 worldwide.
What was the budget?
Trying to find that. Are they trying to hide this thing?
I bet they are.
Was it like $0 or something?
Now, that's another thing. So they probably did. They probably spent way more on it than they made.
Oh, most likely just because of the what?
It's not publicly disclosed.
Oh, gee, I wonder why.
I bet not. That's
it was a shame this ever got made. This director.
Yeah.
And this actress, you've probably heard of some of the things she's been in.
I've seen her.
Yeah, I've seen her. I've seen her too. She reminds me of another actress who looks very similar to her, but I'd never watched Orange is the New Black or Hustle and Flow.
Nope.
They had never watched 8 Mile.
Nope.
So
I've seen 8 Mile.
Okay.
I've at least heard of Orange is the New Black, but I'll be honest with you, the only impression I've ever gotten of Orange is the New Black is lesbians in prison. So,
well, I know it's a prison show, so I was automatically not interested.
Well, I know they talked about the other day, was it the real BBC? They talked about it. I know they talked about it this week because Gary basically said the reason why everyone watched that show because even though it was like women, but there was a lot of hot women in that show. Oh no, it was on Team NE. Jeremy was talking about it because they were talking about certain TV shows.
Yeah, wasn't that the show where that girl Ruby Rose or whatever her name
Yeah,
is? Wasn't she
I
on
think
that
so.
Show? Yeah.
And Kate McGrew, she was in that as well from Voyager.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about now. Yeah.
So, yeah, no, that was yeah. And chat, sorry, I the movie I picked, but I only picked it in the fact is because I reviewed it and just wanted to get his perspective on it.
We wanted to enjoy his suffering.
Yeah.
It's basically what Cole's saying.
So that's why it was just one of those. It was just one. This is like a one-off. It's not like I picked bad movies. It was just something that, because I mentioned, I said, because I remember I was mentioning it to Lex before. This is a bad movie. We should at least watch with him doing the review, because that means we didn't have to go through the whole movie.
We didn't have to suffer.
Yeah.
We didn't have to use our brains to try to figure this stupidity out. He did all the hard work for us. Bless you.
Yeah.
Bless you, sir.
As if you are watching this on the replay, thank you. I would never watch this film. I'm not sure how you watch this film. I mean, I've seen some of the other things you've watched. I guess it's like that's the job. But man, I think I probably would have made it through the first scene and been like, nah.
Well, number one, I never would have watched it, but I don't think I could have made it past 5 minutes. And if I did, it would have definitely would have ended up on my worst of the year. Probably my number one worst.
Yeah.
Yes, but you look into things before you watch them. I just watch them.
Oh, so I've said before, I don't like to hate watch. So if I have very strong suspicion that I'm not going to like something or I'm just not drawn to it because like maybe there's an actor in there that just really pisses me off. I can't stand to watch them. So I truly just want to watch stuff that I think I'm going to like. If I end up hating it, I will tell you, and I've told people many times, that's what's on my channel. But I just typically will avoid stuff if I think I'm not going to enjoy it.
So just seeing what Enigma was saying, you can tell by the camera work and the production alone, not to mention the actors, easily around $20 million budget. So
oh, surely
I wouldn't
not.
be so. Well, what would you think?
Oh, I want to say $1 million, but I know he had to pay all the actors. So surely it was more. Don't call me Shirley. It was more than than that, but maybe $5 million. That's being generous. If that thing was $20 million, what a freaking... Who gave him the money to make this?
Well, remember, it's BET.
Why did they give him the money to make this?
Why did they make it?
I know, that's the thing. Why was it even greenlit?
And the fact that
hell?
they're hiding.
That how much that means they spent more than they want to publicly admit.
Well, you know what? It's funny if
they're never ashamed to admit their budget when they make bank on the film.
Yeah.
It's simple as.
There's actually a Deadline article on this.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I'm just scrolling through it just to see.
So indicative of where we were as a world 5 years ago.
I try not to remember those. Like I have segmented my life. You know how you segment your life into different sections?
Yeah.
Like, let's say, okay, for me, so like high school and then college and then being married and then kids, before that and after that. And then before 9/11, after 9/11, and then before COVID, after COVID, all that shit that went on in 2020. It's like I have segmented. That's like one of the segments in my life. Like one of the segmented lines in my life. 2020.
I like to call them eras.
Eras, yes. Well, I hate thinking about that time because it still makes me very angry.
Oh, listen to this.
Oh boy.
I'm just in IMDb. The title role was written with Candace Cameron Bure in mind. Bure turned down the part due to scheduling conflicts. Though she was allegedly flattered.
Are you talking about Kirk Cameron's
yes.
sister?
Yep.
Why? I'm surprised she would even entertain something like this.
Wow.
I mean, that's kind of an insult that they wrote it with her in mind. Why would she be flattered by that? That's a clear insult.
Yeah, I'll be honest. If anybody ever writes a movie with me in mind and it's anything like this, like, I'm cutting you off. We're never speaking again.
You're not going to be my friend again. Mm-mm. Jeez.
I'm just, I just saw that in IMDb. Hold on. Enigma saying 20 million is a legitimate number to be embarrassed about. 10 million maybe, but the police stuff, housing, storyline, filming, and screw-ups.
Wayfair is asking, so it's a loss? Like, how much was the profit? We don't know what the budget was. They won't tell us what the budget is, so we can't tell you.
It's most likely a loss.
It made $12,000. I'm sorry, but if you put a movie in movie theaters and you make $12,000, your budget was higher. Whatever it was, your budget was higher. And if there was any advertising at all, it's definitely higher. So no, it's absolutely a loss, which is why they're not telling you what the budget is.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes even when they tell you what the budget is, they fudge the numbers.
Oh yeah.
Which means that this was so bad they couldn't even like doctor
couldn't even
it.
Come up
They
with
couldn't.
It, yeah.
They couldn't find a way to spin it.
Well, it's like basically right. They're talking about for Supergirl. They're not giving. They're saying it's 100. No, I think. What did think as or Mahler mentioned it was about. They're saying it's about 100 million, but that.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, well, that's what they're saying because they know this movie is going to go down.
Immediately don't believe. I immediately do not believe that number.
And that's why that what the actress is. She's basically going on all cylinders, going against the critics.
They're trying. Yeah, they're trying to put out this narrative. They're trying to put this buffer of protection around them because they're afraid it's not going to perform well, and they want to blame all the men for it.
Oh yeah.
So that's the kind of crap they do.
Way.
Yeah, it's like you know. Oh my gosh, get out of here with her nonsense. I saw what I was not interested to watch that anyway. But if I had been even a little interested, reading what she said would be an immediate turnoff. I wouldn't want to see it. It doesn't take much nowadays, you guys, to annoy me enough to not want to watch something that a person is in because they've said stupid stuff.
Just go watch the 1984 Helen Slater. That's a good movie.
Oh, I have that.
I actually enjoy that one. Is it 84? Yeah, it was 84. I actually enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, I used to like it a lot too. I saw it again many years ago. It's pretty cheesy, but I would prefer to watch that above anything that Gunn is doing with DC anymore. I wasn't super impressed with Superman. So super impressed.
I didn't even watch it.
Superman.
Haven't seen it.
It's not. I liked what's this guy? Oh, what's the guy's name? The other guy that was in it. He was cool, but it wasn't about him.
Fill in.
No, he was funny. I actually like the other guy, Mr. Something.
Oh, Mr. Fantastic.
I was wanting to say Mr. Majestic. I was like, that's not right. That's a Charles Bronson movie. Mr. Fantastic. I liked him. And yes, Nathan Fillion's character was funny, but I had no connection at all to Superman. I didn't care. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I still like Man of Steel.
I love Man of Steel.
I saw that.
What?
Right?
I know. Calm down, everybody.
I can't believe
it. Where's critic list?
Enigma says production reporting at under 10 million, but around 1 to 5. Look, whatever. Let's lowball it. Let's say the budget was $500,000.
That's still way
They
too much
made
money.
12.
Yeah, they made a terrible loss.
They made 12.
They didn't even need to make that much for it to be a profit. 12 times, let's say 2.5 to 3. That's all they needed to make for just to break even.
Now,
no, they took a terrible
It's funny
loss.
because the actor, the guy who played Malik, he was in Battle LA with Aaron Eckhart.
Oh, okay.
So you figured his paycheck from that movie would have been more than what they made on this movie.
Oh gosh, most
So,
likely.
But I want to mention it was so funny because they were talking about this on Tuesday Night's Main Event. So they were talking about Superman and Batman and everything, and the question came up because Jeremy loves the Dark Knight Rises, but you know
Why?
they were mentioning what was better, Spider-Man 3 or Dark Knight Rises. I'm going with Dark Knight Rises because I did not like Spider-Man 3.
I don't remember Spider-Man
and then it was
3.
funny in the chat because Gary was there. He said they highlighted it. Cole Hauser, you're unsubbed. So I found, and I said Gary, sorry, but for those two movies, yes.
I like the Dark Knight Rises. I actually didn't hate Spider-Man 3, but I like the Dark Knight Rises
dance
more.
Scene that Toby that
I know the dance. No, it's not. Yeah, the emo dance scene and everything. I mean, I would.
Spider-Man 3.
Oh, you
God.
have. Okay,
Lex,
my
I'm
gosh.
surprised.
I think
we're
I've
on
seen
like a
Spider-Man
roll.
1 and Spider-Man 3. I don't remember.
You didn't watch 2?
You didn't
about
watch the
Spider-Man.
second one, Dr. Octopus,
Mm.
Doc Ock.
That's like the greatest
I can't remember
superhero
anything
movie of
about
all
that.
time.
Yeah,
So-
that No Way Home
Oops,
or whatever
sorry.
it was didn't hit me with the nostalgia because I was like, yeah, I remember Toby. Doc
didn't
Ock, I don't remember anything about.
Oh my
And
goodness
I, and I
gracious.
know and I know for a fact I never watched the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, so that
So the second Spider-Man's really good. I really didn't like Mary Jane though in these movies. She
Yeah, I
annoyed the
did.
hell out of me.
I'm saying I didn't. I don't like Kirsten Dunst. Is it Kirsten Dunst?
Yeah, Kirsten
Yeah.
Dunst. She's okay, but then she started recently yapping about how she
Yeah,
didn't
how
make as
she didn't
much
get
money.
paid.
It
Yeah.
wasn't about you. It wasn't a movie about Mary Jane. It was a Spider-Man movie. Shut the hell up. But her character was so annoying. Yeah, I know.
She's
I get.
bland too.
Well, she's also very wishy-washy with the different guys. And have you seen the meme about in Spider-Man 2 how like grown men or like being a man is realizing that he should have chosen, the girl that brought him the cake where
Yeah.
he lived. Yeah, he should have chosen her instead of
Yeah.
Mary Jane. Oh, God, I really couldn't.
Well,
ugh.
I remember there were a whole bunch of memes came out about Kirsten Dunst because I even made one where I had J. Jonah Jameson saying, I don't remember this movie being called Mary Jane
right?
something. Yeah,
Right?
that was quite a few years. Yeah, but I don't know how she was complaining that
Because-
she's not the star.
This is what a lot of women are doing nowadays. And it's not just women, though. People are, so, some people that played in Friends are talking about how ashamed they are that it wasn't diverse. It's like, they you know what I mean? That sort of nonsense. They're jumping on this virtue signaling bandwagon, and it's so...
Because I just saw
ridiculous.
that guy, Eddie, he came out. He was Chandler's roommate after Joey moved out.
Okay.
He came out and said, like, so this is what ticks me off even more because every time, and even one of the creators of Friends came out, oh, you know what, we should have. What do you mean it wasn't there? You had, hold on, you had a lesbian couple. You had Ross and Joey dating the black girl. Her actress named Anisha Taylor. She was Thing in Archer. Lana. There was a lot of stuff happening in Friends but for these people to come out, and I said these people, for them to come out and say,
What do you mean?
Right.
You know.
These people.
for them to come out and say, "Oh, Friends was a great show." I like Friends.
I've never
A lot
watched
of
Friends,
people
but
like.
it's
I was never into
objectively.
it, but
I never watched it when it first came out. I watched it later. Like, I mean, I
Mm.
watched it maybe like 5, 7, 8 years ago. So I
Okay.
never watched it on its initial.
But it's objectively one of the most popular shows of all time.
Yeah,
And
you know why they were complaining? Because the Friends actors were making what, $20 million after they renewed their contract per year. That's why
Oh
when
my
Netflix got it,
I'll take
they
$20
paid
million, by the way.
Netflix paid $100 million for the rights to show it.
Oof. Jeez.
So
The thing is, though, about like that whole concept of like we need more diversity in shows. If the show is popular, everyone shows up. Look at things like anime. Your average anime, which admittedly I don't watch, but they're not diverse. They're typically not, but they're hugely popular because people don't care. They will just want a good story.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't, and that's also ties into the whole concept of I need to see myself in a story. No, I don't. I want to see a good character. I don't need to be that character. I just want to see a good character.
Yeah.
So I got one for you. Married with Children. Who was the creator? Michael G. Moore, a black guy. I've never seen anybody in the black community or the Actors Guild come out and say, oh, how come Married with Children wasn't like nominated by AANCP or whatever, or BAFTA or whatever, and it was a black creator.
Oh, I didn't realize that because I never watched the
that.
show, so I didn't know much about it.
I have actually seen episodes of the show.
Yeah, and why? Because it was an all white cast.
No, I watched it because my dad thought it was funny.
Oh, me too.
No, he's referring to why didn't they do this about the show? Yeah. He's not talking about
it
you,
was
Lex.
made back then when they didn't flip out about that type of stuff.
When it wasn't like such a prevailing sentiment or mentality, it just really wasn't. That's why I've said many times 15, 20 plus years ago, things like race swaps or gender swaps or sexuality swaps would not have really, they didn't land the same way they do now, because now we know why it's happening. Because there's a specific agenda-driven messaging, weird mentality reason behind why they're doing this nonsense. And so it's very apparent, the reasoning behind it, and it's a huge turnoff.
And it's entirely performative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's so much out there that, because in the 90s, you had Family Matters, you had Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you had Bill Cosby.
Cosby Show.
Nobody
227.
227. I remember 227 with Jackson.
I do too. Yeah.
I was born in the 90s.
The Jeffersons, even before that.
You had Hanging with Mr. Cooper. You had all these
Good Times, Different Strokes.
You had a ton of black shows, and nobody complained about anything. But now it's like, oh, we got to have more diversity. We got to have more. And then, of course, with the Oscar rules, you have to have.
Stupid. Yep.
You have to have those check boxes, and I guess because of Oppenheimer, there was you had to have some of the, because the cast was all white, but because there were some of the production staff, they were black, they had to have those in there. So it's
the Oscars were irrelevant before they implemented those rules, but once they implemented those rules, they doomed it. No one genuinely cares. No one outside of California genuinely cares about the Oscars anymore. I don't think I've ever watched the Oscars, but I have no reason to do so now.
Same, because I think the only time I've ever watched it is when Chris Gore does his Oscar night. That's the only time I've watched it.
I don't even watch it. Even then, I mean,
and
I like Chris,
it
whatever,
anyway.
But yeah, I don't even watch their stream about it because I don't really care.
Yeah, well, they're just pretty much mocking them and
I know, yeah,
all that. So, because I know Gary's been on there and others. So, but yeah, I have no interest in it. I don't think I've ever really watched an award show. And
Golden Globes, Oscars, who cares? Honestly, it's just a giant, for lack of a better term, it's a giant. All those awards ceremonies come off to me as a giant circle jerk.
I was getting ready to say that,
and I don't want to watch that. Sorry.
I mean, it was great when Ricky Gervais was a host on the Golden Globes. That was really funny because of the stuff he said the last time he hosted.
Well, look back in the day when you had Billy Crystal, Robin Williams.
Yeah.
You know, even I never found her funny, but even Whoopi Goldberg when they were doing it back then. You know.
Yeah, I find her particularly obnoxious.
Well, I used to like her, but she's super annoying now.
They all are. Like, I can't. The last time I actually watched a talk show, a late night show, would have been Arsenio Hall. That would have been.
Wow, that was way back when.
Way back.
I used to like Leno and Conan O'Brien and what was the one guy's name? Was it Ferguson?
Yes, Ferguson. Craig Ferguson.
The Scottish or Irish. Yeah, he was pretty funny. It's not funny anymore. Now it's nothing but political messaging and posturing.
Do you remember when The Simpsons was funny? When Conan O'Brien was a writer.
Oh, he was a writer. I don't really watch The Simpsons, but I know of it. I didn't know he was a writer.
Yeah, he was a writer at the beginning. That's when it was funny.
Oh, that's funny.
And after he left, I was like, I'm done.
Huh.
The Simpsons is like one of those shows that kind of embodies the theme of, my goodness, just let it go. Let it die.
Is it still on?
It is,
right? I think they're into their 30th?
Lord have mercy.
But like, I'm serious. I don't think I've seen an episode of The Simpsons in at least 15 years. And I came up on my YouTube the other day though, like a clip from Modern Simpsons, and the episode, like the video was like, just listen to their voices now, and you listen to them, it's like they all sound awful and tired.
Yeah,
and it's like, wow, I guess that's probably because you've been playing the same character for 30 years, and it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah,
they're in season 37.
Oh. Wow.
But you got to remember too, when I guess everything went downhill when they who was it who did Apu's character? They basically changed character. They killed off Apu because was it Hank Azaria? Yeah, basically because a white guy was doing his voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Checks out though.
Yeah. When did that happen?
Who cares?
Hold on, let me
I mean, I just wonder. I wonder, when did the idiocy of that occur?
Here. Apu has not been officially from Simpsons canon. Was effectively removed from the show. Collider, the character, Hank Azaria, stepped down following controversy over the character perpetrating South Asian stereotypes. So that was in 2020.
Of course it was.
I knew whatever year you said, it was gonna click.
Yeah. I mean, I would have been surprised if this had been something that happened more than 10 years ago, but what you said is spot on with the backwards mentality that's been going on. The regressive mentality.
Yeah.
It genuinely does feel like a regression to me.
It is. It is.
The two of you have been around a little bit longer than I have. But I have seen some of the shows and films, not many, as has been well established on these two channels. Not many, but I've seen some of the things from before my time, and they genuinely feel less racist than the stuff that's being made right now.
They were.
And you know what? Let's use tonight as an example. This Carrie movie. Honestly, this is the most racist movie I've seen. I haven't seen it, but it's the most racist movie that's been described to me in a while against everyone involved.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go and watch some of the classics that I have been introduced to, and I'm like, yeah, that's not like, it's just not there. It's just different. Like, people are just being normal people.
It wasn't an ideology that it infected everything at that point. So it just wasn't. It's like it just wasn't in the mentality. It wasn't at all in the minds of the people that were creating some of the great things that we got from back in the day.
And I can just set us apart. For me, I can go watch a movie and not care if there's a black character in it. It's not going to make me say it's like I know they mentioned this in FNT as well tonight, where they mentioned if what I don't know. Did you guys watch FNT tonight?
No, I
Not
didn't.
Tonight.
So basically, they mentioned Star Wars. They said if you were to watch Star Wars today, the original A New Hope, basically Luke would be criticized for Luke and Uncle Owen would have been criticized for buying the droids to use as slaves.
Yeah.
So
that's probably true.
Which is true.
That tracks.
So you think of that, and it's just like, and this is one of the reasons why they will remake the original trilogy, and they just don't get it. They don't like. And then they also mentioned Lord of the Rings, how the original didn't have any diversity in it.
Yeah.
I like Star Wars for what it was, because it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me. There was no black or whatever characters. In Empire Strikes Back, was Lando Calrissian cool? Yeah, he was cool, right?
Yeah.
But it didn't make me want to say, oh well, it was about time they put a
right, yeah.
They put a it didn't bother me. Lando was cool. Lando was badass.
Oh, Lando was freaking handsome.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And the fact that it was just like, oh, and at one point I just said, oh, he needs his butt kicked for betraying Han.
I know,
right?
But he was in a terrible situation.
Yeah, he was in a spot, right? So I get it, but those are the way we looked upon things. When I was coming home on the train, well, I watched the second Aliens because I love Aliens. I love Sigourney Weaver's character. It didn't make her like. It's like, do the writers and people today understand what because who was it? Matt Jarbo who went off? Yes, he did. I saw that tweet because I commented on it.
Oh yeah, I think I made a comment on his tweet today
where
too.
He mentioned
I just can't remember what I said.
Let me just bring it up. Because I didn't because it was about Sigourney Weaver and Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, people were bringing up them. They were also bringing up Kate Beckinsale from Underworld.
Hey, I've seen the Underworld movies.
All of them?
Actually, I'm a huge fan of the Underworld series. I genuinely love it. I
love the first one, especially. The others are not as good as, but
yeah,
I still watch them all.
Oh yeah, no, I watched them. It was kind of one of those. I can watch the entire Underworld series and be like, I'm not going to say they're all good movies, but I don't care. I enjoy all of them. The first one, though, genuinely, I do. I would argue it's good, but the rest of them, like,
Let
but
me
I
show
like
you
it.
My sound panel up above. Excuse the camera. You see that sound panel?
Hey!
Nice.
Yep. That's one of them I created.
That's awesome.
I fix my camera now. You see the mess on my desk.
But yes, I mean, going into any of these movies, shout out Georgina and the raid over on Colehouser's stream.
Oh, awesome! Thank you.
Renegade raid, he says. But when I watch a movie, I don't. Oh wait, sorry. Were you saying, Cole?
Sorry, who raided?
Lieutenant Georgina.
Oh,
he says
Renegade raid.
Okay, yeah. Yep, I know him. Awesome, thanks, bro.
There you go.
Yep, that's the post. I remember, and he's so full of crap.
When you go into this is another honest question. I have never gone into a movie with the mentality of I need to see myself in it. Like I don't understand that.
Me either.
I don't know. I'm not even sure what that means.
Sometimes I don't like it when a woman shows up in a certain type of movie, especially like, let's say if it's an action movie involving a group of guys. Sometimes it annoys me when a woman shows up because I was like, oh, they just threw her in here to be a distraction for the guys. And blah, blah, blah. Sometimes I just like, I don't want you in here. Go away. Other times, you know, it's fine. It doesn't bother me, but I just want a good story. I want an entertaining and well-written story.
Yeah. And even back then, and I know, Lex, you still got to watch Terminator 2.
He's still got to watch the Terminator. He hasn't even seen the Terminator.
You still got to watch Terminator.
It's a good thing you can't see my face right now.
But even
because I'd be blushing.
I didn't care that Ripley or Sarah Connor was a woman. It didn't bother me. But you know how they cast themselves and how they made themselves. Like you remember in Aliens when Hicks was showing Ripley how to use the gun, you know, saying this is how you hold it, this is how you use it, you do this. That was a pretty cool scene because she wanted to learn.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't like she was like, because today, you know what they would do today. Oh, that weapon, give it to me. I know how to handle it.
I'll show you how.
I'll show you how to do
it.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a civilian here, but I'll show you how it's done.
You know, to also kind of illustrate the point, though, I love vampire movies. That's just kind of like one of the tropes I enjoy a whole lot. I love on the Underworld series, but I also love the Blade series. Blade 1 and Blade 2, especially.
Blade
I like
2
Blade. Honestly, I like Blade 2 better than I like Blade 1.
Me too.
Blade 3 is.
I'll watch it. It's still fun, but it's not great.
It's not. I saw 2 and 3 I saw in theater. 1
Oh, I wish I
I
had.
wouldn't have been allowed in theater at the time.
Wish I'd seen all of them in theaters.
But I love those movies, and I love the character of Blade. And you know what? Never has ever crossed my mind. I can't relate to the Blade character because he's not white.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, he's cool. Have you seen Deadpool? Cool. Have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yes, I actually did. I watched that last year.
I love that movie. That was my number one for 2020.
Yeah, that movie.
Only ever been one Blade.
It's only ever going to be one Blade.
It was like that was great, but like I don't like this again. I just don't understand that. Like I have to no. If the character's cool, the character's cool, and I just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And why can't we just do that? Why can't we just make good characters and tell good stories? Why do you have to care about? Well, does it represent the right demographic? I don't care.
Like I'm thinking Mortal Kombat's going to be really good, and I'm hoping it's going to be really good because that comes out May 8th.
It's
I am
right around
not,
the corner.
Yeah, I am not convinced Street Fighter is going to be any good because listen, they got a whole bunch of wrestlers, and then they got Andrew Schultz.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were talking about that.
Yeah, so I am definitely looking forward to that. I'm hoping to go see Hail Mary again this weekend.
I'm gonna try to go this week again. Yeah,
I really, because when I watched it, it really sank. I really need to watch it again so it can sink in. Question, and this is for both of you. Have you guys? I don't know if I mentioned this, but have you guys seen the Europa Report?
I don't think you have mentioned it, but I haven't seen it.
Let me see something. I want to see who, because I saw it years ago and I really enjoyed it. I actually mentioned it to Blaine because I know Blaine, because with the Artemis rocket that went up, he mentioned on Instagram how it was almost like 2001, but I think, and I like 2001, but I think I think your Europa Report is a little better. I just want to see who makes it because I want to see if I can show you the trailer.
Is it an upcoming movie?
No, it's an older movie.
Oh, okay.
It's with Shai. It's with Shai Copley.
I have not seen that.
Here, I think I can because it doesn't look like it's Warner or anything. I just don't want to get hit.
I will say, while he's looking that up, the theater that I've told you guys about that has the couches and all that.
Yeah, your little beanbag couches.
Yeah, I love it. They're showing Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I've never seen, but I've heard about
Tim
my
Curry.
whole life.
Yeah, Tim Curry.
Yeah, well, I like Tim Curry. He just seems like a really solid dude. I enjoy like seeing even his interviews that he's done recently, following his obvious mental issue, health issues.
Stroke, yeah.
His sense of humor is still spot on. So, but yeah, I have never seen it. I've heard it, of course. I've heard about it. I'm like, that seems like one of those cultural milestones that I should see just for the sake of what it is.
I think I want to say I think I saw it a long time ago when I was a teenager, and I've never been crazy about it. It's a musical too. Most of the time,
typically not a musical fan.
Yeah,
myself.
me either. But some musicals are really good. You may enjoy the heck out of it.
I still love the original Grease.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, the original Grease. Yeah, Grease is okay. Like my favorite musical is probably The Sound of Music. I love that. Love that.
Never seen
it. And Better Man, which came out last year.
I've never even
That's
heard
a musical.
Of
that. Okay.
That's a musical based on a true story. You should watch it. It's about Robbie Williams.
Oh yeah. We talked about that one.
Yeah.
When he's the monkey.
Love that movie. Yeah, they portray him as a monkey or chimp or whatever in there.
So I got one for you, Sin, and I know Lex hasn't, but the original the original Annie.
I saw Annie.
Not the remake where they made it black.
No, the one like long time ago. The one that came out in the 80s. I saw
82.
that.
Yeah.
I remember when that came out.
It was catchy because I remember seeing it as a kid. I think my parents took me and my sister to watch it. You know, it's Lex. She does the song. It's a Hard Knock Life. You know,
I've heard of that.
Come out too. You know.
Oh yeah. It's been a lot. I just saw it only once.
Yeah. So here, let me do the Europa Report. It came out in 2014, so I think I won't get touched. It was pretty good.
I don't think I've heard this at all.
Karen in the chat, someone called me.
Good morning. We are all very excited to be here today. This really is a new first step for mankind.
I would hope we keep looking for the answers to those really tough questions.
Oh, this
Who
guy.
are we? Where do we come from? And are we alone?
Internal cam check is a go.
Our craft was heading for a moon of Jupiter, known as Europa.
Yeah, my boy's gonna be 6 when I see him again.
So proud of you.
Oxygen's flowing, we're good.
Commencing egress. This never gets old.
Let me just pause it. So yeah, when I watched Hail Mary, I just remembered Europa Report and it had that feel. It had that feel to it. So it's a movie that I think both of you should check out.
Okay.
Prep for orbital transfer. We are clear of Jupiter's orbit.
Pitching for power descent. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Here we go.
I can't believe I'm here.
This is incredible.
Our best hopes of success lies under the ice.
Let's go for a swim. You hear that?
Are you guys seeing this? It's beautiful.
Come back to the ship now.
I want to see if it's reacting to my lights. I'm going to turn them off. Compared to the breadth of knowledge yet to be known, Or does your life actually matter?
No one at home knows we're alive.
We'll find a way. We have to.
We got a problem. It's everywhere. Close the lock. I thought I was trying to do something great for mankind.
What was that?
I always said it was worth the risk.
I'll get you out of this.
Talk to me!
Forgive me.
So it's definitely more in the vein of horror, it seems like.
Somewhat.
Okay.
It's like an action horror mix.
Yeah. So it was. I remember seeing it, and that's why, because it did give off that 2001 vibe, which Lex, you probably never watched.
Nope.
Of course not. Nope.
So, and I like 2001, 2000, and then of course the sequel 2010,
I saw them both.
When did the movie 2001
decades
come out?
ago. Oh,
1968.
gosh. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was the 60s. Yeah.
Yeah, 1968. It was Stanley
Slightly.
Kubrick.
Before
Yep.
me.
Yeah,
Actually, before me too.
Yeah, before me too.
Before all of us.
It was Stanley Kubrick.
I remember Hal.
Yeah.
I remember that I didn't love it, but I was very captivated by, well, scared to death of Hal, realizing that the danger that they were in. I don't think I remember anything about 2010.
Hal is the robot that's like the, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Yeah,
Yes.
open the pod bay doors, Al.
Yeah.
Hal, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
I'm sorry,
and
Dave.
so they, yeah, so they came up with the name Hal. They just moved one letter to the right of, or to the left of IBM. So Hal is, H came before I.
Yeah.
And A came before. I didn't know that until, well, I knew that for many, many, many years, but I don't know if everybody knew that. Which
No,
I thought was
heard
kind of interesting.
something about it, but yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know too much about it. And then what was I going to mention about that? Yeah, 2010 came out in, I think it was 84. So that was a sequel.
Who
So-
directed that one?
I think it was Peter Hymas.
Oh, okay.
I want to say, yeah, I think it was Peter Hymas. What was the one thing about? There was something I was going to mention about 2001. Oh, I guess the one thing was intriguing about 2001 is before it started was the whole beginning scene.
The thing of, like
Yeah.
the evolution of man or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I vaguely remember that.
But it's funny because if you go watch it, because I remember if you watch it about, so Lex, if you were to go watch it, you'd probably think how much, because remember the big thing was it was like $1.70 to make a call from the moon to Earth. So it was stuff like that they show in the movie. But I think Lex, you might enjoy it. You might enjoy it. So.
I'm not difficult to please as long as you've just got a story.
Yeah.
A good story.
Well, you know what? I'll settle for a story to begin with.
I mean,
'cause,
Karen
looking
was
back
a story.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
It was a story. It was a terrible story, but it was still a story.
I can't. We just went through all of it, and I honestly can't really even summarize big plot points for you, other than Confederate bathroom, white people bad, and black people look dumb. That's the movie.
That was the plot point. That was the entire plot point of the whole movie.
So I mean, it's like, I'll and look at the films you get these days. Like, story. I'm desperately. May I please have a crumb of an interesting character?
Okay,
an interesting.
I'm gonna suggest a good story. I don't know if Cole. I know Cole stepped away for a second. But I'm gonna suggest a movie to you, which I think is still on Netflix. Hopefully, it's called The Outfit. You probably haven't heard of it because I am talking to Lex.
Hi.
It's called The Outfit, and it's a one location film. It takes place in maybe it's Chicago in a tailor shop.
Hold on, I need to write this down. The outfit.
Yeah, the outfit. Yes. And I bring it up a lot, Enigma, and I know you've heard me talk. I am all about it, not just because I know the writer, but who's also a fantastic actor. He had a bit part in it, but he couldn't say anything because of weird union stuff. They filmed it in England, in the UK, and it's
Good
about
for taxes.
Yeah. There was some specific reason why they had to do it. That he's supposed to come on my channel and tell me all like a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, but we haven't worked it out yet. But and he does work on some of our productions. But it's about this tailor who moved to Chicago from the UK, and he operates this tailor shop, and the mob comes in and out and drops off stuff at this little special box in the back room. And he just kind of doesn't say anything. He just kind of ignores it, lets it happen. One particular night, all hell breaks loose because of all that stuff. And it's just such a well-written, one-location film with a handful of actors, and I enjoyed the absolute heck out of it because it was so fascinating to me. And so I highly recommend it if it's still on Netflix. Check it out.
Sorry, what movie are you talking about?
The Outfit.
No, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, that ended up on my list of favorites for
what year is that?
For that year. I thought it was 2022. Maybe. I went to go see it on the big screen, and it didn't last for very long because, you know, movie theaters, well, you know how everything changed when all that happened, and now films are still suffering because they don't leave them in theaters very long. Another good one is See How They Run. I think that's what it was called. Sam Rockwell.
Oh, okay, yes.
That's a good one, too. See, there are good films out there, but you just kind of have to go looking and try not to pay attention to the, sorry, my phone down there. Hold on.
Well, I mean, there's kind of been a whole trope lately about go see films from other countries, go see films from
a lot of
indie films.
From other countries are good, yep.
There's, just avoid Hollywood because Hollywood is so now bogged down in all these rules and restrictions and things for people who are trying to get those awards that nobody watches, that they shoot themselves in the foot. They've given themselves enough rules that they almost prevent themselves from being able to tell a relatable story.
Yeah, they absolutely do. And so production companies will run off to other countries to film because it's better. And also indie films, I think, are doing pretty well. Because they don't have the Hollywood studios that they need to answer to.
You know, it's funny because I don't know why I never watched The Gentleman, not the TV show, the movie.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
But when I watched it, like I saw
so
clips
good.
here and there. And then I finally watched it last year. I was like, why didn't I watch this before? And I love that movie.
The show's good too.
Yeah, I heard the show was good. I just, because my whole thing is, you go from a movie to a TV show, but then once I heard Gary and Drinker and everyone talking about how good it is, and of course now you're saying I got to go watch the show, because when I finally watched the movie, I was so glued to it.
It's so good.
And I loved even Hugh Grant.
Oh my gosh, his character was hilarious in there. So funny. And I don't typically like organized crime or mob films because he's a drug dealer is what he is. But it's a Guy Ritchie film, and he has a way in a lot of his films of making these unsavory characters interesting and nuanced. So Matthew McConaughey's character is this drug kingpin guy, but there are these other sides to him that you see. And he was really, really good. And the show is not about those characters, but the show is still very good. And I think Guy Ritchie, he didn't direct it, but I thought he had his hands in that show somehow. And another Guy Ritchie movie that's really good, which doesn't feel like a Guy Ritchie movie at all, because he didn't actually write it. It's called Wrath of Man with Jason Statham.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh, so good. I enjoy the heck out of that movie as well.
I got it. I'm not a big... Did you watch The Gentleman, Lex?
Of course not. Why are you even asking him?
Okay.
Why do you ask me hurtful questions?
I had to ask.
Why do you give us hurtful answers?
So the one Jason Statham movie I actually enjoy, I'm not a big fan of his, but I did enjoy Working Man.
So I never watched that because I had seen The Beekeeper and hated it.
Okay.
And it's the same
actually
director.
did see The Beekeeper.
Oh gosh, I couldn't stand The Beekeeper. So
It
was
was
ridiculously
exactly what I expected it to be, which was utterly vapid action flick.
Yeah.
Which is frankly kind of what I expect. Anytime I see Jason Statham in a film
lot
these
of
days, I'm
times,
just like,
yes. Yeah, a lot of times. So I stayed away from Working Man, even though I heard people say, well, it's good. But then other people said, if you didn't like The Beekeeper, you might not like this. But I did go see Shelter.
Oh, okay.
Which he was in. I saw that the same weekend I saw Send Help, Melania, and Iron Lung. And I think that Shelter was actually my number one out of all of those 4 I watched in those 2 days. It wasn't as crazy. Yeah. Shelter, I think, yes, agree with everything you're saying, Enigma. Now, I haven't seen Working Man, so I don't know, but I have a feeling probably. I would think Shelter was better than those other 2, and Wrath of Man doesn't feel like a Jason Statham film.
So I didn't like Beekeeper, but I did like Working Man. And as Enigma was saying, it's Shelter was better than those 2.
I thought so too.
But I did like Working Man because I did like that premise and that setup because it made more sense than The Beekeeper. Because I just think sometimes Statham just gets typecast in this movie.
Definitely
and
does.
There's the accountant and this and that. But
Transporter.
Yeah, Transporter.
The accountant was Ben Affleck.
Yeah, no, I was just saying you got all these, and then they had that one.
Right. Those.
What was that
titles.
one with Daisy Ridley where she played the window washer?
The cleaner or the
the cleaner.
Something like that. I didn't.
Where she plays ex special forces, and it's basically Die Hard in a building.
And so I think we talked about that before, and you were mentioning how someone called it. Have you seen Cellular?
Oh, that's with
Chris Evans and Jason Statham and Kim Basinger.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a really, really good one. Yeah. Of course, I'm not even going to ask Lex, but that's one you should put on your list, Lex.
Somebody was talking about it the other day. Skyscraper with The Rock. I watched it. It wasn't bad.
I think I liked Rampage more.
Rampage. The problem was Rampage is based off a video game, and I played that video game.
That's right.
So I played that video game, and it's just like it had nothing to do with. Well, listen, it's like Battleship. Battleship. Right. Like because I joke to Ryan all the time because Ryan was in the U.S. Navy, and he's like, I hate Battleship. I can't stand Battleship. And I saw that in theater. Yeah, so did I. And I'll be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were gonna make it based on the show, on the game.
The game.
Where it's like I didn't know they were gonna make it an alien movie.
I saw it once.
I've forgotten everything about that movie except I remember one specific scene. It's when they do whatever that slingshot turn is. That is physically impossible. And I remember it's the only thing I remember from the entire movie. I don't remember anybody who was even in it. I just remember that scene going, no.
That was Rihanna's movie. Remember, Rihanna was in that.
Oh, I forgot. I don't remember anything about it. I think I saw Pacific Rim too. Don't remember except Idris was in it.
And
that's all I remember.
And I think she was dressed with being in the U.S. Navy, she's wearing a cut-off top.
Yeah, sure.
So
that's not standard uniform.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
So I just remember that was the big thing because Rihanna. Well, that was Tyler Kitsch, and the big thing was Rihanna was in that too. So
Yeah, we're talking about Rihanna in Battleship. I almost feel like I want to rewatch it just to see her in it, because I totally forgot she was in it. I totally forgot the other guy was in it. I just remember I saw it. I wasn't crazy about it.
Yeah, Taylor was the lead.
Yeah, Taylor. He's also in Terminal List.
Yeah, in Dark Fate.
Yep. I definitely want too much stuff, y'all. Too much stuff to have to.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff, because we were talking. I think like just going through, because I can't, like I said, I was watching a whole bunch of streams, especially when I was on the train and everything, you know, just going through what we had and what we went through. Now we can go back into the 90s, up to 2014, and you know, just there was a lot of cheese back then, but it was good, decent cheese, because it wasn't compared to what we have today, because you can still go back and watch some of these movies that were actually decent. So Battleship doesn't seem so bad compared to what the current's in them. Yeah, it wasn't.
Probably right. Yep. Have you seen The Rocketeer?
That's Billy Zane, right?
No, Billy Campbell and Jennifer Connelly. You're thinking The Phantom with Billy Zane.
Yeah, I'm thinking The Phantom. Sorry. Yeah.
Rocketeer was a pretty big flop when it came out, but it's actually a charming film. Came out in 91. Same year as Terminator 2. Which
I don't think I watched it.
You haven't seen that?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen the Rocketeer.
So I recently rewatched it because I was on a live stream discussion about it at Box Office Brawlers channel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so charming. I liked it enough that I hunted down a Blu-ray of it and bought it to add to my collection. Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, I was thinking Billy Zane, The Phantom. So
yep.
Yeah, because I remember him in that, and I remember watching him. Well, he was in Titanic.
Yes. I hate that movie. I hate Titanic so much. Can't stand it.
Really?
Oh, hate it.
I mean, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I have seen Titanic.
Oh, of course. Everybody saw Titanic.
I saw it with an ex, because an ex wanted to, because she's like, oh, can we go see Titanic? And I was like, yeah, I guess.
My mom liked Titanic.
A lot of people like Titanic. I've said it many times before. I'll say it again, that I feel that James Cameron's last great film was True Lies.
Oh, yeah. I love True Lies.
So good. Lex, that's another one. That's another one you should watch. Is it really good? Yes, I don't like Titanic, Rachel, because I hate the storyline of Rose and Jack. Can't stand it.
Yeah.
Cannot stand it. It would, like, when Titanic got good to me or worth paying attention to was when they hit the iceberg and the ship sank. I mean, really, because the way that was done was good, but the whole Jack and Rose, I just get out of here. I just couldn't.
I'm just not a Leo fan.
I mean, he's grown on me, and it wasn't that I dislike that storyline because of the actors involved. I just hated the storyline. It was just, it didn't appeal to me. I didn't like Rose. I didn't like Jack. I just
And this is why I'm not liking this Heat 2 premise, where it's going to be a prequel and sequel, and it starts filming in August. So it's going to be Leo, Christian Bale, and apparently Adam Driver's in it as well.
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was going to be in that.
Yeah. So listen, I'm not. Listen, I like Miami Vice, not the movie, the show. I like the original Heat, but I just think Heat 2 is, they're just trying to recycle something that they should just stay away from. Because I don't think he's had any good movies since Heat, Michael Mann. So
I don't remember if I've ever seen Heat.
He was, well, I know Lex hasn't seen it, but you got Robert De Niro, you got
Val Kilmer. I knew Val that Kilmer. Much.
You got Tom Sizemore, Al Pacino. Who else was in that? Wes Studi, Dennis Haysbert.
Oh, Dennis was in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you had a great cast in that. But the fact that this was like pretty much like the ensemble having Al Pacino and Robert De Niro going head to head
together,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, John Voight.
Oh, okay.
John Voight, Danny Terrio.
I really don't think, if I've seen it, I have blocked everything out of my memory because I didn't even remember that they were in there.
Ashley Judd.
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah.
No, I think I stayed away because I thought it was and it's been explained to me what it's about, but I keep forgetting. I thought it was like a mob type story. So organized crime-ish. So that was another. That's why I didn't watch The Departed for decades, and then finally I did.
Yeah, exactly. Enigma. Don't watch The Departed. Watch Infernal Affairs. You can get a dub.
No, that was a remake of that.
You can get a dub copy, and you will like that a lot more than The Departed. Yeah, Heat has the story about Val Kilmer's weapons. That movie was because that was based on a real shootout in L.A.
Really?
Was, yeah.
Not that cop one, right? The one with the cops and those two men in body armor.
Yeah, so they
was based on that.
Well, it wasn't really based on that, but they used that kind of
inspired. Okay, I remember. When that happened.
I love Val Kilmer in this movie. He's just, the movie's great all around. Like
I know I hear a lot of good things about it.
Have you seen Ronin?
I did.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
I enjoyed it, but I only saw it once, so I don't remember a ton of detail. I remember Robert De Niro and Katarina Witt, the skater. The figure skater was in it. Yeah. She had a bit part.
Yeah,
that's all I remember.
Jean Reno.
It was supposed to have a good car chase, but I don't remember the car chase.
Yeah, so it was Enigma. I was right. The LA. I like Ronin. Ronin was good. You'd like that, Lex.
Huh? What?
You'd like not Ronin the Crusader, which we do like, but Ronin the movie.
Who was in that?
Robert De Niro, Sean Bean, John Reno.
Definitely haven't seen it, so.
Yeah, great movie.
Katarina Witt, 1984, 1988 Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah. And what was the girl, the blonde, Natasha?
Not Henstridge?
Yeah, it was a Henstridge too.
The chick from Species?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Was it her?
Sean Bean didn't die.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rare. Like, that's a whole meme trope.
Right, I know.
I think they even did like a video of like Sean Bean rating his own character deaths at one point, which
did they?
I thought was really funny.
I feel like I need to watch this.
Yeah,
I
Natasha McCorn.
Natasha what?
Macaron. Macron. Natasha Macron.
Oh, I don't recognize that name.
No, she wasn't in Species, but I remember her. She was in a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so some great stuff in. I like Sean Bean in that movie. Yeah, Sean Bean was he really put his accent out there in Ronin.
I know who you're talking about, Rachel. Yes, and I do now remember that she was in Ronin. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Now I've got a face to match with the name in my head.
Just people in the chat, like and subscribe to Sin, Lex, and myself. Hit the like button.
It's free.
It's free. Just our links are actually Lex is in the description, but you should be able to find him easy with his because I wasn't sure he was coming on.
I wasn't either. I was so tired when this, like.
Then you
I was
woke
very
up.
tired.
We woke you
Well,
up.
and then we started actually talking, and then.
And it woke you up. You couldn't sleep. Couldn't sleep through the stream. Did you sleep while we were watching the video?
I wish that film.
But you would have missed out on his hilarious reaction if you had.
Who is a fan of The Professional?
It's okay.
I liked it.
Gary Oldman is great in there.
That was the one thing I liked about it was Gary Oldman, because I think Gary Oldman. I always So if I was gonna do a G.I. Joe live action movie, he would be my Cobra Commander.
Okay, he would be he'd be good
because that's how Cobra Commander is. He's all over the place. Because I think when they did when they did the cartoon of Cobra Commander, they basically had him as part Hitler, part Groucho Marx, because he was just all over the place. So that's how they classed him. But I thought his character would have been a perfect Cobra Commander, like a Cobra Commander Origins movie. Especially when he, because I loved it when he talks about how, remember when he does his drug, when he bites the pill, and he just
in The Professional?
Yeah, when he goes in like this sort of daze.
I forgot about him doing that. I just remember him screaming, free everyone.
And then when he's playing the music or whatever, I think he was fantastic. That was one, and I've always liked Gary Oldman.
When has he never not been fantastic in a role? He's so good.
And as I've mentioned to Lex, I so really would have loved him to be General Grievous.
He would have been a good General Grievous.
I don't think there's a role that Gary Oldman would fail
not
in.
be good in.
Because I think so I've only seen him in a handful of things compared to the two of you, but like the diversity in him from like being Churchill versus being Dracula versus like
he melts into his roles.
Every single one of those roles, like to the point that at times he's entirely unrecognizable. Is like, that's Gary Oldman. He did a great job. To the point that you don't even realize it's him.
Wasn't it Pulp Fiction he was in? And he played like this crazy guy with these long dreads, and the way he talked.
So.
I would never know that was him if I didn't already know that was him.
And then so like The Fifth Element, which even I have seen, where it's just like, but same guy playing all those roles that we just mentioned, they have nothing to do with each other. Like they're nothing alike.
Range.
There's no. It's not like some of the other people you've talked about tonight, where it's like, that's a typecast. It's like the Jason Statham. Like you're not gonna cast Jason Statham as Dracula. It's like you won't. But Gary Oldman can play all of that.
Yeah, let me just share this here.
Super impressive.
Just turn on this volume.
Sound editor Matthew Wood voiced General Grievous in Revenge of the Sith and honestly did a fantastic job. But he was not George Lucas's first choice to voice the cyborg general. In fact, Gary Oldman was set to voice Grievous, even began recording lines for the part. However, he soon pulled out of the project once he learned that the film was being made without the Screen Actors Guild, a union Oldman was a member of. So instead, we got Matthew Wood, who has continued to voice Grievous in projects to this day.
Oh, union crap.
So that's my big disappointment about that, because having General Grievous, having Gary Oldman there as General Grievous, I thought would have been fantastic.
Oh, it would have been, of course.
And the fact that we didn't.
I'm
get
so
that.
pleased with the General Grievous we got.
Oh yeah,
fine.
for sure.
He's fine, but
for sure,
Oldman would have been.
that would have been so. I would have loved that.
They said that he had recorded lines. I wish we could hear some of those lines. Like
maybe it's in that 4-hour cut.
I'd like to hear what his take on that character would have sounded like. That I am interested in. I'm not disappointed with the General Grievous we got, but I'm curious.
He would have done a good job at sounding very evil.
Yeah, that would have been great. Because I even liked them. I even liked his portrayal in Lost in Space.
I never saw that.
That's with William Hurt, Matthew LeBlanc, Heather Graham was in that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that had quite a bit of an all-star cast.
Was that a movie or a revamp of the show?
So it was a movie from the TV show, and they actually had two of the original characters do a cameo.
Oh, okay.
In that movie. So
yeah, I never.
But yeah, almost
forgot he was in it.
Yeah, Fifth Element. Gary Oldman. He's just, it was. I liked him in Batman, but it was just something I never expected. Him being in the Batman in the Nolan trilogy.
Yeah, I thought he was a good Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, he was perfect.
I liked him in that.
So I know nothing about him personally. Like I don't know what he's. I could just nothing. But every character that he inhabits is so self-contained and complete that it's like that. He is in my like top 5 of my like. I think the best actors of all time, just because, or at least that I've seen, because every character he plays is so seemingly polar opposite and yet seems genuine. And I think that's kind of impressive because
his talent.
I don't know a lot of actors that you could cast in that range of movies we just described. I don't think there are a lot of actors, especially in modern Hollywood, who could do all those roles and really own it.
Yeah, that's true. He's probably one of the greatest.
Yeah, and it's almost like like a Morgan Freeman or they have those iconic roles that they do. Like I'm just trying to think who else was out there. Well, even a Michael Caine, right?
Michael Caine.
For Michael Caine being out, and I like Michael Caine. I like his Alfred, right?
He was a good Alfred.
He was a very good Alfred.
Yes, he was. I loved him. He was snarky sometimes.
Yeah.
But I really liked how he, the Batman Begins came back to the big screen last year, and I went back and rewatched it. I think that was my 4th time watching it on the big screen. Really enjoyed that film. It's a good one.
Oh, I love Enigma. Yeah, he was very he was actually terrifying as that spider in Lost in Space. So when he was like mutated. But yeah, Batman Begins is one of my favorite. I think good. all around his arc and everything, just becoming Batman and his portrayal of Bruce Wayne was it was so good. And I'm not like I did like The Dark Knight, I really did, but it was just the Batman Begins was just something different. It was
a great start.
Yeah. And it's a shame. And again, I think Nolan should have done Man of Steel. Don't get me wrong, I like Man of Steel, but I just think Zack Snyder didn't have the right. And I know he came from 300 and Watchmen. I just don't think he had the right vision for Man of Steel, and I still think Henry Cavill did a phenomenal job as Superman, but I would have liked to have seen, because I hate Batman v Superman. I hate that movie.
I love that movie.
That movie. I'm sorry, but
a lot of people weren't happy with it. I enjoyed it, except I wasn't crazy. I didn't like Jesse Eisenberg as
Yeah,
Lex
I
Luthor.
couldn't stand him as Lex
Yeah, he was
Luthor.
terrible casting.
Horrible. But all Superman had to do is just grab Batman by the cape and throw him off into space, and that movie over.
It would be, that's true, but Superman, at his heart, at his core, he's not a killer. Yes,
he's
he
not
killed
a killer,
Zod, but
yeah,
there was a reason for that. It was a very understandable reason, and the fact that people got all pissy about it was stupid. Because Superman has killed people before, but that's not his nature. So he wouldn't have done that to Batman. And I think he knew that Batman it wasn't like he was dealing with someone like Zod when it came to Batman.
Yeah, I couldn't stand that movie. But yeah, the whole Jesse, him playing Lex Luthor was
bad.
just, oh.
Yeah, it was cringe. That was really cringe.
You know, like, and listen, I wasn't a big fan of Kevin Spacey playing Lex Luthor as well. They could have, in Superman Returns, they could have found somebody. They could have found somebody who could have played that role properly. I always liked Gene Hackman when he played Lex Luthor. Because ironically, in Superman 3, I know Lex hasn't watched that, but have you watched Superman 3, Sin?
I have, a long time ago.
Now,
decades ago.
It's still one of my... I still like that movie, but the fact that they had the actual script, the original script was going to have Brainiac and Mixoplex and Supergirl in that movie. But they went in the direction because Richard Pryor was a Superman fan. So they did bring in some elements, but it would have been nice to have seen Brainiac in that movie, because the plan was Brainiac basically was trying to be a father figure to Supergirl.
Okay.
And then, of course, with Mixoplex, Mr. Mixoplex was going to be in it too. So that would have been a great story, but they went in a whole different direction.
No, I didn't realize that had happened.
So, and yeah, they just did things differently in the 80s. You know, when it came to movies. And then, of course, you know, the passing of Chuck Norris. I think when we found out, because I think we're was it at MegaCon or just before?
Yeah, you were in Florida.
Yeah, I was in Florida.
I don't remember if MegaCon had started yet.
But I remember when we got back to the house, I put on Delta Force 2. Because that's I would say Delta Force 2 is my go-to Chuck Norris movie.
Delta Force 2, okay.
I love Delta Force 2. He just kicks butt in that movie. Yeah, it doesn't have.
I saw the second one.
Yeah, that was with Billy Drago and John P. Ryan, when he has to go into a South American country, and him and Delta Force have to knock out all these drug dealers. Well, the one drug kingpin, and destroy all his stash and everything. So it's one of my favorites. So, and he has that one-on-one fight scene where he's fighting, like he's all ticked off, and he has he's training with his Delta Force soldiers. So great movie.
Yeah, if I saw it, another one that I forgot. I don't even remember the details of the first Delta Force, but I do know I saw that one.
Yeah, the first Delta Force was based on a true story. Well, yeah, it was based on a true story with the hijacking of an airline. So
that's right.
Yeah,
remember that?
Chuck Norris,
saying
like, I love
Poor Chuck Norris. You know, that was, you knew it was gonna happen at some point, but it was so sudden.
Yeah.
And before the word got out that he had passed, someone posted something funny, because he'd been taken to the hospital, and they said, "Has anyone checked on the hospital? Is the hospital doing okay?" Which I thought was cute. And then someone said, "Chuck Norris didn't die. He just told death he was coming."
Yeah. It was it's.
Or guy, did they ever say what it was that happened? It was just seeming like it was some medical emergency.
Because he was in Hawaii.
Right. does he not? He does. I guess I assumed he lived there.
I think they just
like,
went there.
They were just there. Oh, okay.
And they want to rush him back, but he said no or something like that, or I don't know.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Enigma.
Yeah. Yeah, truly
we'll go with
icon.
that. That sounds good. I mean, it's just sad because I was never as into Chuck Norris as I was, let's say, Arnold. Arnold is my guy. Love Arnold. But I've seen a lot of Chuck's films, and so he was a large part of my childhood in the 80s, and it's just sad. You know, it's kind of depressing to see all these people that you kind of grew up with just slipping away.
Yeah, because for him it was like I loved all his movies. Just anything that what was the one that hit? So it was the Hitman when he had almost like the mullet and he had the hair coming down, and he was just so even though he wasn't. So the one thing I loved about Chuck Norris, because he wasn't loud, he just went in. He had that smirk, and you're not gonna mess with me, and he just messed up everybody.
Yeah,
he was
lethal in those movies.
Yeah, and that's why I always found his movies to be different from everyone else's. And I wasn't a big fan of the Expendables because I wanted and I get it, you gotta have some newer people in it, but I just wanted the Expendables to be Stallone, Arnold, Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren, Carl Weathers, just those guys, because I just think they for me, I think they kind of tainted it when they brought in Jet Li, Jason Statham, Stone Cold Steve Austin, stuff like that. I just, you want those old school 80s action stars. It was big because that's what I grew up on. I grew up watching Commando, watching Kickboxer, watching Red Scorpion, watching Action Jackson. Just watching those old school action movies was just, I watched Commando when I was going down.
Commando.
I was watching Commando. And that one scene where Arnold's like on the beach and he's like putting in all the gear,
Oh my gosh.
It was just classic.
It's so bad, but it's fun.
Yeah. And then
just because it's Arnold. For me, it's because it was Arnold,
Yeah.
He just
and you know what?
Carried
well, speaking of True Lies, like I love True Lies. Like I think True Lies was a great movie.
So good.
One of Tom Arnold's actual funny movies.
Yeah, he was funny in there.
Yeah.
It was a great movie.
Yeah. Oh, that was awesome.
I would love to watch that on the big screen too, but I don't know if it'll ever come.
I saw that on the big screen.
I wish I had.
I saw that on the big screen. They were talking for the longest time about doing a True Lies 2.
Never materialized. That would be great. I really hope they can do King Conan.
Yeah.
But time's ticking.
Yeah, it is. And I watched Predator on my way back.
Oh, so good. Such a good movie.
Like the original Predator movie?
Yeah,
Have you seen it?
I have. It's been a long time, but I have.
You should rewatch it. It's so good. It'd be like watching it all over again.
It'll probably if I do, it'll feel like I'm watching it all over again because
you will be watching it all over again. But what I mean is, it'll feel like watching it for the first time because I bet you've forgotten a lot about it.
I mean, I barely remember this morning, so yeah.
There you go.
Have you, either of you watched Predator 2 with Danny Glover?
Yes,
no.
I have. Not as many times as I've seen Predator.
I know I've seen Predator. I didn't see any other. I didn't see 2. Is there a 3?
No. Well, it goes into like the nonsense we're getting now. So, but
I did see Alien versus Predator in theater. Because I was a kid and my dad took me to see it. which is about as much as I have to say about it because I don't remember anything about it except wait, no. I remember one scene from Alien versus Predator. No, I remember two. One is like the alien queen being a thing that rampaged around, but I don't remember what happened to it. Obviously, it had to die, but I don't remember how. And then I remember it ending with like them returning the body of some predator to some ship. But I have no context for any of that in my memory, so it's been a long time.
I think Predator 2 is a great sequel. Because you had Danny Glover, you had Bruce Paxton. I thought it was a great movie. It was pure violence though, but and Gary Busey, he was in that too.
I forgot he was in that.
Yeah, I thought that was a great follow-up.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that it's underappreciated.
Yeah, because it's because I know was it a stream I was watching? No, it was yesterday because they were I can't remember who I was watching it, but we were talking about sequels, and I remember saying sequels, like for today, the only sequel that actually made sense and that worked was Maverick.
Because it's Top Gun, yeah.
Yeah, because of Tom Cruise. Whose channel was I? Were in the? It was Giles. We were talking about sequels in the chat, and and then because that's when we got in discussion with Heat and all that stuff, with Heat 2. Maverick made sense because Tom Cruise basically said, this is how we're going to do it, and we're going to make it right. And he did. He did.
Yep, they did.
So, and that's why it worked out for itself. So,
yeah, fortunately, that's a rarity.
Well, yeah, and that ties into so much of what we talked about. Just the modern, they've given themselves so many rules that they've backed themselves into a corner where they can't just focus on a story. They have to care about all these initiatives and statistics and all these different types of things. And I mean, to what end? Virtue signaling. The answer is virtue signaling, but
yeah, of course.
It's frustrating to me.
Well, it's frustrating because it degrades the quality of storytelling, and it creates a bad experience for fans.
Right.
Well,
it's
on
disrespectful
a deeper level
to fans.
On a deeper level, and it's a bit meta or maybe too philosophical for the latter part of a 3-hour stream, but what makes humans human is storytelling. That's like been the defining feature of humanity in all of our history. Is we love stories. We love stories. It's like baked into our DNA.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the thing that we all gather around is narratives. We love narratives. We love protagonists and plot and everything. And we've developed over time so many different industries about portraying narratives. And then here in modern times, we take this most like basic core feature of humanity and we put all these limitations on it so that we can look good in front of our Los Angeles friends. And it's so depressing to me because I'm like, you are sacrificing literally what it means to be human, what meaning even is, for the sake of cred amongst your elitist, totally detached from the rest of humanity people. Like, it's sad.
You know, it's funny, Lex, because when you say that, I was just thinking about, okay, so think of this movie, Karen, we just watched.
Oh gosh, let's
They
not. Let's not
Must
think of
I?
Yes, well, just hear me out. They must have went to the fact is, we got a great pitch of a great movie we're gonna make, and we're gonna make a lot of money. But you think about this: how many black people you think even just said, "Well, I'm not watching that garbage"? So they couldn't even BET couldn't even get people they're representing of their own to watch this movie. And the fact is, BET was successful back then because more white people were watching BET because of the music videos and everything. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you?
Oh gosh,
it's just
because
if
it was a great movie in 2021, you figure a lot more black people would have went and watched that movie.
No, it turns out your average person, if they like something, they'll buy it.
Yep, they'll show up.
They'll show up. They'll do something about it.
If you build a good story, they will come. Of course, that's not true for everything. Some really great movies have gone just unnoticed.
There are things that slip through the cracks. That's true.
Well, it's the whole top, and it's like, again, the whole Maverick thing. You know, they said, "Oh, COVID killed all movies." Well, people went and watched Maverick.
Well, yes, they did, and Maverick was in theaters for months.
Yeah,
months. That doesn't happen often these days.
Because people didn't just go and watch it once. They came back. People went and watched it again. They went I saw this. This is great. I'm going to get my friends. Come see this.
That's exactly what I did. I think I saw it 4 or 5 times on the big screen.
Yeah, I saw it 3 times on the big screen. Yep, I saw it 3 times, and I made sure I think
it's the only movie I've ever gone to twice, actually, in theater. I think it's the only movie I've ever done that to.
Wow, I've gone to multiple movies twice. More than twice.
Well, Lex, look what happened last year. The mistake that Lucasfilm took Revenge of the Sith out of the theater. It made
it made 20-some million, 25 million. Right?
I thought it made like 40.
Well, it might have. I heard a figure that it however it did in this particular weekend. I don't know how long it was on the big screen. Was it there for a week?
It was 2 weeks.
Did. Wow.
Because I remember I made sure I got my tickets.
I was going to go see it, and unfortunately I couldn't. I was up in Jersey. I did go see Sinners. And I remember walking past one of the theaters, and I could hear the music playing, and I was like, wow, I really would like to go see that again on the big screen, but I wasn't able to.
What did it do? Okay, so it earned 42 million globally on the opening weekend, and it grossed 25 million domestically.
25 here. Okay. Yeah, they should have kept it in longer.
More people would have gone. Because there was another movie coming out, so the film took number 2 at the box office, only behind the second week of Sinners.
Mm-hmm. Was F1 coming out? That's why they had to remove it? Because I thought F1 came. I've gone up to Jersey so many times. I'm starting to get my movie visits confused. But I thought it was the same time as. No, maybe it wasn't. F1 was in the summer.
Yeah.
Sinners was before F1. Okay.
Yeah, and it ranks. Opening ranks among the highest for re-releases, surpassed only by the 1997 A New Hope.
Oh, okay.
So, but that just like I made sure I went to go watch that because I wanted to watch it in the theaters again. So, and the fact they left it because it was another Lucas or a Disney movie that was coming out. That's why they removed it, because it didn't want to get I think I can't remember who mentioned it, but they said it didn't want to get upscaled by the movie they were bringing out. What movie they were bringing out?
What
came out in May? Because I remember it was
May. Okay. Do you remember what weekend?
I'm just looking here. Opening weekend. It was April 27th.
Okay. So end of May. I mean, end of April.
Yeah.
I don't remember what was coming out. after that?
Hold on one sec.
Lilo and Stitch. Was that what it was?
Let's see.
Remember Lilo and Stitch? I don't remember.
Was it Lilo and Stitch?
That was a Disney film. I know I saw that when I was back home.
That could have been it. Yeah, that could have been it, because I remember they pulled it out of theaters and everyone was complaining, why are you not leaving this in?
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Yeah, it was. So, oh well, what can you do? Well,
complain about it online.
Yeah.
Hey, I love doing that.
Okay, yeah. Jose Taco saying Lilo and Stitch.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I thought this was a fun stream.
Yeah.
It's nice to go from
great.
Yeah, we go from a bad movie and then we talk about some positives.
Some good ones, yeah, some good ones. Lex, you got a lot of good suggestions you need to check out.
Yeah.
Yeah, ever-growing list.
I'm going to add the outfit to that list, and of course the Terminators.
Yeah, I gotta add some. So when I'm gonna add some for you this weekend. Now, yeah. So yeah. Lex, what do you have going on this week?
I'm sorry, my mind doesn't go past Easter right now.
Okay.
In chat and viewers who don't know, I do a lot of stuff at a church of mine, and I'm very liturgically involved, so that just kind of dominates. This is like in terms of liturgies, this week is like the Super Bowl of liturgies, where we're going through Holy Thursday, Good Friday, the Easter Vigil, then Easter Sunday itself. So we're back to back liturgies, back and forth. So I'm super ultra mega busy with all that. You want to find me, you can come see me talking about dumb stuff on Twitter. You can find me on Multi-Show on Sunday if you're ready for some horror. And if you want to see some political takes, come join us on Isaac's stream on Mondays. And then the rest of the time, I don't know, if you want my takes on movies and films and Star Wars and stuff, you should probably just stay on this channel right here. Cole Hauser. And then Sin and I also team up with Cole Hauser to talk about movies that everyone has seen except for me.
Yeah. Poor Lex. He's just a babe.
Look, this is all just motivation. I'm using all this as leverage to get Cole Hauser just to come make a visit to Texas so he can spend like a weekend showing me movies I haven't seen before.
I will be there soon.
That would be fun.
Once I find out the dates for the Dallas meetup, I will let you know.
It'll be great.
Sin, what do you have coming up?
Everything on Twitter is tell me right.
Yeah.
What do I have coming up? Oh, I have a live stream on Tuesday to talk about the Regal Mystery movie that is going to play on Monday. And then on Wednesday, I have a live stream with Sound Booth Theater where we will be talking about 3 movies, which I think one is Dog Soldiers.
Okay.
Another is The Unbearable
Never heard of it.
Weight. Oh, it's a great werewolf movie. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. And the other one was Mortal Engines, which I had never seen before, but I was mistaking it for Mortal Instruments, which I had seen before. Anyway, yeah, so I've got reviews I filmed, but haven't edited those. But my most recent review for a low-budget indie horror went up, I think, yesterday. So, yeah. That's
awesome.
What's going on with me.
Well, tomorrow I'm probably gonna do a gaming stream during the day. I was gonna do a Transformers stream to show some of the stuff I picked up at MegaCon, and then of course because I was away for so long, I got some stuff coming in. But I might do some gaming tomorrow because I'm gonna be doing Contra. So I got the Contra collection coming in. So it's basically for the PS4. It's basically all the Contra games. So from the original Nintendo to the Super Nintendo. So looking forward to that. And then next week, hopefully it's going to be the week with Lex and Isaac and some of the others, Ronan. We might be doing our special Star Wars stream. So everyone stay tuned for that. Hopefully that will probably be on Thursday. So once I have everything figured out, and then once that will be a show to watch. So that's gonna be our big Star Wars stream with our special guest.
We love Star Wars around here.
Yeah. Well, the prequels.
Like I said, real Star Wars.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just want to say thanks to Lex, thanks for Sin for joining, and thanks for all of you in the chat. This has been fun, and of course, thanks to HeelVSBabyface for
poor soul
watching that movie, that bad movie for us. So,
thank you for your sacrifice.
I hope you have found some peace in the years since, as I genuinely do, because if I watched that movie, it would probably take me a while to recover too.
Exactly. So everybody, have a good night, have a happy Easter, and we will see you soon.
Happy Easter.
Bye.
Take care.
Anniversary to G.I. Joe. 199, yo Joe. 40th anniversary, huh?
No, a real American hero, that's what he means.
Oh.
A-R. Yeah, a real American hero.
I thought that was just like coming from the perspective of a Chinese Muslim. Like, praise Allah. That's what I thought that was.
I'm sorry, she made it wrong, but then when you brought the Chinese Muslim into it.
There you go. Praise Allah. Come get my she chicken.
Oh, shit.